get those little cast iron pans with the lines in it. Yeah, you can get one of them. It works just the same. You know,
Okay, we should be good now.
you put the liquid smoke in there.
That just came up.
It did. Okay, con.
It's important.
Yeah, it's important now.
The brother gets signed when they get here.
Right there, sticking out. Yeah. The ones that sticking out right there.
My man. Go. Show on the road. The what?
No, I was just telling you.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
We also like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquap out there listening. You know, man, the more and more you go through this society, man, especially like dealing with our people on a daily basis, man, you know, brothers like the, brothers, do their due diligence as far as research, of course, getting into the scriptures, doing lessons and sit downs. But when you delve in deep and you in the spirit, man, you understand on a daily basis who the scripture's talking about, whether it be Esau, okay, or whether it be the 12 tribes, man, and honestly, whether it be of the 18 nations, okay. And you get a clear understanding, man. But more so, I'm going into the fact that our people just ain't got it, man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I possibly, man, started off last week, thinking about, speaking on that, man. It's just how our people's mindset is, man. Like, this place sucks, bro. Our people are going down by, like, the value is going down day by day, man. From anything to D-Wade giving his son that option and just kind of just labeling him, a she. Like, bro, you ain't even give your little boy a chance, man. And now he's a young man, and now you giving him the option to change himself to a she. And talking, because I seen
Oh, that's bugged out, man.
Yeah.
I think he was 12 years old too, right?
Yeah, 12 years old.
So before he came a man, he said, look, I want to be a woman.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what clicked was, it's like D-Wade talking about you knew it at 3. You knew it at 3. And Baba Kushak, can you get that in Proverbs? Raise a child and strap away. Okay, 22:6. Yeah, bro. It's like, bro, you ain't give, bro. Raise up a child and they shall go that way. I believe this brother's gonna get it for me, man. Because that's Salaki, I may be bouncing around here and there, man. I just been seeing different stuff through the spirit, man. That we, huh?
So much happening.
Yes, it's so much happening. Like the elder said, man. He was on the chat earlier. The elder was like, man, everybody, Esau is mad at the government. They on point. These Edomites, certain Edomites know, hey, it's some shit about to go down. You got the coronavirus that's getting serious, bro. And it's a test. It's also a testament to how, alluding to Revelation 12 and 12, Esau know that he has but a short time. And so that should be in your mind, like, bro, people out here playing on trains in NYC as if though they had a coronavirus. Did you brother see that?
Yeah.
I think it was on World Star on YouTube, as if though they were containing coronavirus in a public place on the train, bro. oh shit,
oh shit, yeah.
Bro, but when it get real, we gonna get that. We gonna get scriptures for all that through the spirit. Go ahead, Baba Kashan.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah, man. So Dwayne Wade should have had he raised his oldest. Who was that? Zari? Zari is the oldest.
Oh, the oldest.
Yeah, like he can hoop shit. Bro, I ain't saying sports gonna cure everything, but bro, you should raise all them little niggas up like you did the first one, bro. just speaking, you know. But it is what it is. But like, bro, you ain't even give your son really that opportunity. Talking about, you know, as if though you need to prepare for this, man. Cause reading some articles, they said his ex-wife, she wasn't gonna refer to him as Zaya. She was gonna refer to him as her son, man. That's who she birthed. She birthed a young man. She birthed a boy. She birthed a Judite, a Judite male, man. You know, this place is totally upside down, man. And that's, you know, and through the spirit all week I've been feeling like that. Like, man, this shit whack. You know, I ain't ranting and raving at the job or, you know, looking out of place at work. But it's like, man, this place sucks, man. But the remedies is all here, man. But our people aren't taking heed to it, man. Our people aren't taking heed. Our people are playing, man. And to get back to the point what I was saying earlier in the chat, I think the other brother's seen it. The other was talking about how these Edomites are pissed off at the government, which they should be. These other nations, it's real things going down. Executive orders being passed on. And niggas walking around here with big ass boxes of candy, man. And hearts.
That's negative.
Yeah. A worship of Vagina Day, man.
BD. BD.
Yeah. Worship of VD. Oh, my bad. Oh, my. Hey.
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
BD.
Yeah, you're right. Venereal Day as well. Because, man, this place is worth, man, and other things in it, man, have no value, man. And our people have taken on to them customs, man. That's why Snoop's son out here looking crazy modeling.
Ooh.
You know, I don't know if the man, you know, is homosexual. You know, the pictures say otherwise. But hey, you know, it's just like, damn, bro, that dude was a star athlete. Snoop's son, he played D1 ball, man, was highly recruited. Ended up dropping out, you know. But hey, read that again, Bible for sure.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And that's such a Yafah scripture. Why? Because under these guidelines, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, we need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities.
That's right.
So this book right here is what our people are supposed to be raised on, man.
That's right.
You so-called Negroes, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Jamaicans, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you so-called Mexicans, okay, you so-called Native Americans. This is the guideline. This is the guide book, man. This is the cheat sheet of success, man. And that's the spirit, man. We disobeyed, so we got punished, man. We didn't. Our forefathers didn't stick to the script, man. Okay, but we had forefathers who planted seeds and followed the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. So therefore, the Most High never broke His promise.
That's right.
And that promise come along with Yahweh Shah Mashiach's sacrifice, man, the ultimate sacrifice for Yahshua, man. And read that again, Baba Bashar.
Proverbs 22:6. He will not depart from it.
He will not depart from it. We should have never departed from this, man.
That's right.
And Jake got all this new wave shit, man. That's so, man. I hate that damn term.
Yeah.
I don't think I may use the term here and there. Like, oh, that's a new wave, you know. Yeah. But I just through the spirit, it sucks, bro. Oh, that's the new wave, you know. Y'all was bro.
It's a new wave.
Yeah.
I ain't riding that way.
Yeah, they're just weirdos. You know, I know Jake gonna have their own vibe. We're peculiar people unto the Most High. We the salt of the earth, but that don't mean be hella extra freaky and weird, man.
Right.
You know, everything's just so damn weird. Oh, that's the wave. No, bro, that's off.
Yeah, saying something's a wave. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say saying something's a wave is not an excuse to do wickedness.
Right.
That's right.
Oh, it's popular, so fuck it.
Right. Yeah. It's like it, and you, and by the way, by our people going to the standards of this society and not following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, we know we can't keep the law completely follow the law here, man. But everybody wanna get upset when we actually go through the book.
That's right.
Brothers actually read. Brothers are tested over the scriptures. Brothers do what's that? Brothers do
diligent search.
Yeah, diligent search the water. I was thinking about the documentaries. The brothers who for the Apocrypha, a brother happened to do the voice.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah. You know, a beautiful brother from DC, man. You know, the brother Zainal, I believe that's the name. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 14. It says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them."
Yeah.
It says, "And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures,
Yeah.
which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through the faith which is in Mashiach Yahushua."
Make wise, man. To follow Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to the best of your abilities, man. We're in dire, man. We're in double straits here, man. This is Egypt part 2. We understand where we at, man. But our people, like, literally, like, just don't get it, man. It's like, you know, for a split second, you'll have Jake's attention.
Right.
Then it's I gotta go to church Sunday.
It's gone. Gone.
Bro, I just had your attention. You know what I'm saying?
That's a demon getting that attention of the whoever is going to be turned aside, man.
That's right.
Yahushua talked about that in Matthew the 13th chapter.
Yep.
Okay, by that seed being sown among the wheat.
Yep.
I mean, excuse me, among the
rocks,
the weeds. I mean, what's another word for it?
The rocks.
Among the thorns. Yeah,
The thorns, man. Thorns and thistles.
Yeah, because our people, man, our people are have a short attention span. Okay, our people want to go according. They want to lean. Oh, what you got? So like, bring that out. You didn't have no more than that, did you?
No.
Okay, the ball. Oh yeah, just hard headed. Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Yeah.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abominations unto Yahweh thy power.
That's abomination unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. Yeah, man. Jake with these crazy hairdos. Like, bro, you're lessening your worth. Right. You know, you're out here lessening your worth, man. And that's hella. Hey, also that's hella blood on D Wade's hands and also Gabriel Union.
Yep.
Like, bro, hey, you know, demon gonna jump on your child. You got to set him straight. Like, hey, that's not right, man. That's not the vibe. That's not the way. You should be able to do that for your child. But here in this society, like, people make beautiful points, and people get pissed. Jake wants to stand up and have a masculine, well-known trait. Are you toxic? But if you want to wear a dress, you're courageous. And people say, "Oh, well, that's different." No, it's not. No, it's not. Because hell, even Steve Harvey, I was shocked, bro. They caught him on the red carpet about when Bruce Jenner had his transition. And they came to Steve Harvey on the red carpet. I thought the nigga was going cool. And they was like, "Isn't it just brave of Bruce?" Steve Harvey looked at him and said, "Brave for what?" I was shocked. He was like, "Brave, like, hey, he did what he did, but I don't see anything courageous about it. He made his choice." You know, I respect the Steve Harvey on that. He was like, brave, like, bro, that shit ain't, bro. You you out here just doing what the hell you want to do.
Right.
Really being given up to your own lust. Allude to what's that, Romans 1. So you really, I mean, not Romans 1, Slaki. But yeah, Romans 1, man.
1:26.
So you sitting here being given up to your own lust. But I was, I respect Steve Harvey on that, man, when he said that. But here our people, man, are just so ass backwards, man. Just ass backwards. Kids out here looking crazy. The women talking more and more too damn much. Don't know what they want to do. So-called black man gotta sneak around, tiptoe, not snoop. What'd you say, Elder? It never fails. Snoop in that box, apologizing. Hey, when he was right. Hey, when Snoop was right, man. Okay, when Snoop Dogg was right. Okay, that nigga woman knew what she was doing, But it is what it is.
Right. And the crazy thing is this: through all of those distractions with Snoop Dogg and Gail and all this bullshit people are paying attention to, because at the end of the day, it's all left-hand distractions. An executive order was just passed to prepare the military, to tell the military to prepare to come and round people up in case of a major outbreak. And everywhere you look, there's outbreaks. So Jake will be looking on Instagram and this mirth spirit, and everything is going to shut down right before their eyes, man.
And that's real talk, man. You got conducting themselves in the manner they should be in. Seeing that Jake at the airport, he sitting there getting tased, and the other heathens, the Esau run to help the cops, man. The niggas, trying to swing on the cop. You whole ass niggas, bro, got tased, handcuffed, and embarrassed, bro. Our people are on a low vibration here, man. And that's why, because we got away from the law, statutes, and commandments. We got away from our power, man. We got away from Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. You had something, bro? Oh, yeah, God. You didn't have that. Oh, okay. Isaiah 1. Oh, you started 1.
Okay. Because Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1, it says, the vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children. They have rebelled, and they have rebelled against me.
Hey, and the rebellion, never forget, is witchcraft, man. Our people are good at that, man. I'm gonna do my own thing. YOLO. You niggas that popularized being disobedient, man. Y'all glorified that, got platinum albums off of it, got endorsement deals off of it. But our people are paying for that now, man. The 12 tribes is paying for that, man.
Our people don't have any standard when it comes to righteousness, right? But they have a standard in following. That's right. Case in point, if you're a Crip or a Blood, if you see somebody with red on and you're a Crip, the standard is that nigga gotta die.
Yeah.
You got on blue, pow! But Dwayne Wade can teach his son and teach other so-called Negro, Latino, Native American boys that you can change your sex from a boy to a girl, and nobody stands up. Where you gonna get with that?
And you can tell through the spirit, man. D Wade you can tell he's hella unhappy about that. It's like he's going over in his head. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, bro. You made that sacrifice, bro. Tracy McGrady looked so distraught and was so silent on that shit yesterday. I'm watching NBA basketball. Him and Scottie Pippen was on that panel. Scottie Pippen, he like, hey man, I must say, man, you're an example. You courageous. That's something nobody else would do. He basically told him.
But he didn't condemn it.
Yeah, he didn't condemn it. Right. Yeah. And Tracy McGrady was quiet as hell, bro. You just heard that pen. Them analysts had that pen. Just had that pen clicking. Tracy McGrady didn't say shit. Because it's a huge discomfort, man.
Hey, the more we get to the kingdom, we're going to have to make more sacrifices in righteousness.
Yeah.
And on the left-hand side, those who align themselves with Satan, they're going to have to make certain sacrifices. Every sacrifice ain't a death.
Yeah.
So that's him and that witch he's with. They got to the left hand. They got to do something.
Yeah.
Because Satan is requiring Jake to, if you with me, nigga, be with me.
And that's real talk, man. Yeah, you can't be half. You ain't no, what my beef say, ain't no such thing as a halfway crook. You know, you either got to be in and out, just like in this truth. Okay, if you lukewarm, what is the Lord going to do? He's going to spit you out. We got a choice to make, and the people on the left hand side of 2/3 got a choice to make.
Continuing on, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
Our people do not consider, man. You know, it's still just frustrating. It's just to the point where Jake so-called has all this knowledge. Where do you get it from, man? Get it from the damn oppressor, man. You want to talk about the dominant gene? Because you nigga women too, man. That's another thing, man. Y'all don't get under my skin, but as far as when it pertains biblically, we understand that the seed comes from the man. And it's simple as that. It's never an arguing point because, bro, we at the point we don't argue no more.
In the ancient world, women took pride in bringing forth the seed.
Yeah.
Now it's nigga, so what you got the seed? I can have a seed too. What? Nasty ass.
And the funny thing about that, if you were to actually have a child by yourself, you would have did it centuries ago.
That's right.
And honestly, if a woman was to have a seed by herself, wouldn't it be nothing more than a carbon copy? It would just be a carbon copy, another female. Because you're gonna need another 23 chromosomes to match the other 23 chromosomes, man. And that's just simple science, man. Simple knowledge, man.
Right. Well, plants, they don't reproduce themselves. All the other animals don't reproduce. They're not asexual.
Yeah.
You know?
They still kind of got that because a lot of Eve said, well, they stopped messing with the church. They basically jumped into witchcraft, man. Right. You divas out there. Okay. That's another thing, man. These titles also have a strong vibration on our people too.
That's right.
Our people take hold of. The only title our people don't want to take hold of is Yashala, man. And the Lord is looking at that along with the angels, man. This is your Yashala. That's your title, man. You hard-headed Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You ain't no African American, okay? You ain't no Mexican. You ain't no Puerto Rican, okay? You acting like you're by word, but the Lord got something else for y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, it says, verse 4. Sinful nation, a people that laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers, man. That's why you're plastered all over the damn these criminal magazines, man. Yeah, losing, bro. Bro, that's like y'all be seeing them people who been in jet convenience stores. They're like, damn, I used to talk to old girl. She up there, bro, mug shot, like, oh man.
Stole a Snicker bar.
Losing. Just out here losing, bro. Just on every, bro, Jake in high positions, losing. You got the who was that? The Jackson State president. Yeah. Trying to get freaky and
Had a prostitution ring.
Had a prostitution ring with a co-worker. Him and her thought they was gonna get freaky. Went to the dark web. He got busted, bro. Like, bro, my G, that's not the move, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we out. But first and foremost, man, we out here for the elect, man.
That's right.
When you hard-headed Negroes and you hard-headed Native Americans and you hard-headed Latinos who don't want to get it, the Lord's gonna deal with you either way, man. You know? Go ahead. Slack, you think it's about to get that slack, bro?
This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children.
That's right. Stupid.
And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil.
That's right.
But to do good, they have no knowledge.
You have no knowledge of that, man. Just having a simple conversation about a chick who may be in somewhere close in the vicinity. Be like, oh man, it's a nice looking chick. You come, you may hear word, oh yeah, I think she got a man, but damn, that's my thought process. other Jake, shit. That's less problems. Yeah, that's less problems for me, man. You know, shit, I be that side nigga, bro. Ain't no honor in there. Bro, Jake is taking honor in sloppy seconds, man.
Right.
Yeah, taking honor in sloppy seconds.
He'll take thirds.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. That's fucking 16.
Yeah.
Running trains, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
like the priest Yadaka said, man, it is not a group activity, man. There's no, and even when Israelite men have more than one wife, that's according to the law. In real talk, ain't no such thing as a side piece for a man. You dig what I'm saying? That's according to the law, you know. But all things aren't expedient for each brother, man.
Right, because they did that according to their measure too.
That's right.
Some men, according to their situation, would just deal with one.
Yeah.
You know, but kings, why did they have all of those women? Because they had the resources.
That's right.
And the pedigree to take care of them women and to had a kingdom.
That's right.
You don't just have a woman. What is a woman used for? To forward a legacy.
Yeah, that's right.
She helps to forge your legacy.
That's right.
So if you just sitting at home in a one bedroom, and you talking about I got 1,000 wives, I mean, come on, man. I mean, men are gonna do what they do, but you ain't got no 3 or 4 wives, bro. You through. But according to the law, ultimately that's the right of a man to have multiple wives.
Right. Yep.
Okay, but you gotta use that within reason, because a lot of us have destroyed our lives trying to live that life, man. It's exhausting, man.
That's right.
Especially in this society.
That's right. Yep. That's why said in Timothy, Corinthians,
all things are lawful without expedient.
not that.
But if I'm in Tennessee, it's
now if you're doing the work, be
bishop.
A bishop. Yeah, a bishop had one wife. That's why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Having one woman that that you love and do the things you're supposed to do as a man, that can be a headache, bro.
It tells you that there will be trouble in the flesh.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Paul spoke of all these beautiful things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Great advice. He gave great counsel.
Great advice, bro. I learned in my early 20s, bro. I think I was 23, 24, bro. I tried the 3 and 4 thing. No. Frustrated, cursing Eve out, texting. Nah, bro. It didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one
end up losing the one that's really down.
Yeah.
Trying to juggle too.
That's why we need a kingdom.
Yeah, we need a kingdom, bro. I learned early. Hey, the 4 wasn't Kadar's measure, man. And that was in the world. It was terrible. It was a terrible sight to see. You know what I'm saying?
shit, one is a measure enough. Shit.
Yeah, the water.
But every man has his own situation.
Con.
But that's when Paul gave that advice. What did he say? I speak this by permission, but not by commandment. That's why a lot of people like to say Paul smoked things outside of what Yahweh spoke.
That's right.
No, he was just dealing with the Gentiles who were just now coming from out of that lifestyle. He was like, look, you can't be just strict in the law. You have to measure things with the Spirit.
Exactly.
So he was giving them advice. Look, this is how you handle this. This is my, but it was all counsel sent from the heavens.
Right.
It's through the Spirit. You got the law of the Spirit as well, man. The Spirit trumps the law.
That's right.
You may be in a situation where you can't judge that situation technically according to the law. How do you judge it? In the Spirit.
That's right.
That's what we're being set up to do. That's what Yahweh Shah was teaching the disciples.
That's right. And that's why through the Spirit on the highways and byways, live shows and sit-downs, through the Spirit we're able to get at our people, man, according to the Spirit, man. Mm-hmm. To wake up the elect, man. Look, man, you going off, man. You shouldn't be doing this.
I got something for you. This just backing up what Elder Yashawamba said. 1 Corinthians 14:37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. See? So everything that the Apostle Paul wrote, even if it was a permission or by what's the word I'm looking for? I guess this is just my advice. It's still spiritual at the end of the day. It's still authorized by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because he was moved in the Spirit to say what was said, and it was written for a document, for a testimony today that we still live by.
Profitable for doctrine.
Yep.
And when we take counsel, brothers, brothers come in that spirit when brothers have counsel. Hey, brother, do you think you can handle that? Or is it a good situation for you? Well, how do you think we can better that situation? Did you review everything? You know what I'm saying? That's what Paul was doing, man, according to the Spirit. So also according to the Spirit, man, we see what the hell our people are doing, man. I believe I'm amongst men of the Most High, man, of the elect. We see what the hell our people are doing, bro. We know our people out here sottish as hell, bro. Just something simple as I ain't gonna rock with her. She married, man. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. All right, bro. The Lord got something for that though. Was that it on that, bro? Oh, you got something else? Okay, come.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13. It says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters."
That's right.
"And hearing them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water."
Yeah. You broke, man. Our people are broken, man. So you can't hold this water that we're giving you, man. But it's not for you to obtain if you can't hold it anyway, man. This is for the elect's sake, man. Because our people always, here these Bible thumpers go. All right, bro. Where was keep that same spirit when you lose a relative, when you lose a job, when you just down and out on your ass. Keep that. Here go that Bible talk. So God comes into play. Why God? Bro, where was that same? What happened to the energy you had months before, years back? Yeah, you was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gets at you in a the Lord's gonna strike when He's ready to strike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lord can let you ball out until the missiles come and you out of here. Lord can let you ball out till the coronavirus get more serious in the States. You know? But the Lord's going to judge. Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 2 and 12. "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Mm-hmm. Why is he spoiled?"
Why are you afflicted, man? Are you a homeborn slave? Man? You're prince of the power, and we out here to extend that branch, man. But first and foremost, to the elect, man. Not to you hard-headed ass Negroes who don't want to listen, man. And that hard-headed ass Negroes is extended to also you Latino tribes out there, man. Okay, the northern tribes, man. Okay, and that's another issue at hand. Like the elder said, there's so much going on, man. It's more, correct. It's going to continue to be more correcting going on. Like he said, man. You got men who know the name of the Heavenly Father and the Son, who are in their feelings about certain things, but we got to stick to the script, man. That's how through the Spirit. That's why I felt the way I felt during this week. Just if I go to a store, restaurant, work, something just kept hitting. Watching a video, different news articles, something just hit me, man. Shit whack, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you hate seeing your people in the state, man. Yep. Bro, I get tired of just seeing Jake bugged out of their mind, bro. It could be in a grocery store, restaurant. You're sitting there eating and Jake, beatboxing and beating on the table. Like, bro. I'm like, this hella uncomfortable, bro. Esau didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I'm in the corner. I'm trying to hurry him out. Bro, let me get the hell out of here, bro.
They talking on the speakerphone.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God, like, bro, like, wow. But we get it,
With the bonnet on.
Yeah.
The nigga woman walking around talking on the speakerphone with the bonnet.
Yeah.
And it's like the bonnets are getting bigger.
Yeah.
It's like back, in the 90s and the early 2000s, the bonnet just stopped right here. But now,
They
it's
be
all
big,
the way out
bro.
here. She walking with flip-flops.
Yeah.
Niggas sagging their pants,
man.
talking loud. That's a terrible culture, man. We don't want nothing to do with that, man.
Yeah. That I was looking something up. That's why I said diva earlier. That diva and thug that comes like from a Hindu, Buddhism background.
Uh-huh.
That diva is actually pronounced deva. which means demon or devil. And then the thuggy means to deceive. And we know what thug is, the devil, man, shaitan. Yep. So these divas out here, these thug life ass niggas, man, those are demons, man.
Right. Well, the original thugs go back to a group of Elamites.
That's right.
They used to wait and hide in the desert or hide, under particular places.
That's right.
Where people would eventually pass through, and they would come out at night or whenever they could and rob them. Basically, that's a thug.
Yeah.
And that's the culture that has been embarked and placed on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you got to be hardcore. You got to walk around taking from another man. That's wicked. You wake up, the tire gone.
Yeah.
You wake up, your radio going out of your car.
Yeah.
You need that radio.
Yeah.
You take it from that, that's wicked. That's a wicked way to live your life. But they glorify it in rap music, and it's become who you are.
And that's beautiful you said that. Because, we paying, before we came into the truth, we still paying for stuff we was doing in the world, bro.
Yep.
And then coming into the truth, you still putting on that new man and some of that world 2/3 juice still dripping on you. Yeah, you still paying for that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that missing tire. Yeah, guess what?
Right.
I did that, bro. Still paying for that shit. Like, bro, because when you think about it years later, I'm like, damn. Like, bro, somebody got up at 5:30 in the morning or possibly earlier to come out to 3 tires.
And that ruined their whole day.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, even though it was 05, but it was still, still wicked, man.
Oh, we all.
Yeah, and whatever punishment I get, I deserve, because that's wicked, man. So we trying to watch that demons off the sisters who really want this truth and knowledge through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Throw it away and throw that thug, the true thug passion away, man. Evil deities, man. But our people are also heavy on the strongholds. Yeah, this is like them heavy strongholds, man. Everybody wants to be a Buddhist. Everybody wants to be a Muslim. Pull out a priest. Everybody wants to, this guy. Krishna. People still rock with what's my man name? Malachi York. Z York, man. Yeah.
Tupac should be up there.
Yeah, Tupac. Hell, Kobe gonna be up on here after long.
Yep.
And then, man, bro. And Jake gonna keep getting their head bashed in until they get it right, until the Most High wipe your ass off the earth.
And then they want to take the ghetto. They want to know if it's a ghetto in heaven.
Right.
You want to take the ghetto. You want to go to heaven and get a grape soda. Like, what type of madness is that? You don't want. Why would you want a ghetto in heaven, man?
I wonder if heaven got a ghetto.
It's thug passion. Thug passion.
Whack as hell.
Isaiah 30 and 21. Do G's get to go to heaven? It's like you get to heaven and a G is up.
Right.
Hell no.
I wonder if heaven got a hood.
Isaiah 30 and 21. And thine eyes shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left, ye shall also defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and thy ornaments of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstrel's cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, get thee hence. That's the different philosophy.
Yeah, right.
Throw it away as a minstrel's cloth of rag,
Yeah. Woman's period, basically, man.
That's how you're supposed to look at black culture and these different things you were taught. Like if you walked in got in your car and a period pad was on the seat, you're like, what the fuck? You get like you know what to do. You throw it away. That's how you're supposed to throw away all of these different ideologies and doctrines.
That was Isaiah 30.
It starts with though the Lord give you the bread of adversity.
Oh, okay.
I will not remove your teachers in the corner. So through the priests being out here, man, our people are being taught the right way.
That's right.
That leads to life.
That's right, bro.
And if I can say this, once we learn the right way, the scripture says purge out the old leaven.
That's right.
Which the leaven, that represents sin and just that old lifestyle and that old doctrine and that old way of error that we were brought up in this world, man.
Yeah.
Just going into the sentiment of how we're going into the past.
That's right.
We get out the leaven out of the house, but that's symbolic also as to when we learn of this truth, man.
That's right.
supposed to just kill off the old man. You got to completely do away with that. You know?
That's right. And that's why this stuff is that we see on a day-to-day basis, man. It just isn't media. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of propaganda, man. It's heavy propaganda in the media. But when you do walk outside your door, bro, going to work, whether it be your daily routine or your 15-minute break or your 45-minute lunch, you see these things and you hear these things, man. That's why we're so vexed through the spirit, man, because we, like the elder says, we're trying to increase in the spirit and put off these old things. That left-hand side is, shit, they trying to put on much wickedness as they can. You trying to get the juice off, you know what I'm saying? And this whole like Chris Bosh with the champagne bottle, bro.
Man.
Yeah, come on.
All right, this is back in Isaiah. Back in Isaiah chapter 1 and 5, it says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more.
Yeah.
The whole head is sick.
The whole head is sick, man. We lead in men and women, our nation lead in the penitentiary, STDs, deaths, so on and so forth, man. Just leading in all the negative BS, man, in the society, man. And Jake talking about progress here, bro. Bro, Jake has gotten worse, decade by decade, bro. Every 10 years, something new, bro. This new wave is terrible, bro. This new wave is terrible, man. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna get better once Yahushua Mashiach is back, man, and the elect. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
Once the elect is delivered, man, because this place just gets worse, man. Jake, okay, come on. Jake is actually talking about progress here. We still got some ways to go. Nah, bro. This is the end of the road.
Yeah.
This is
Time
it.
to start a whole new system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some, I'll be honest, some Jake be, the passport ain't gonna help much, but I see where they coming from. Man, I'm getting the hell out of America because they see it's done. Mm-hmm. They see it's done. But still, have you repented unto Yahweh Bashem Yahshua? Have you come into the knowledge and wisdom and understanding? Have you really looked into who you were, man? You ain't no Hamite. That's been a big conversation for the last couple of years. I walked up on Jake talking about that in a grocery store. Like, man, me and them Africans sure don't get along. We can tell you why. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to listen. If not, hey, the city's pretty big. Go do something. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to mention the fact of how, at the end of the day, like when he said this generation is not going to get better, when this generation ends, when the scripture says in Isaiah how the Most High is going to purge, he's going to purge Jerusalem like dross and he's going to burn it up. Then afterwards, it's going to be the kingdom. That's the only thing that the Most High can do. Only thing that the Heavenly Father can do is just completely melt this generation, man, and melt 2/3 of Jake and just start fresh underneath Yahweh Shai and the elect, man. That's it.
And in all honesty, we're being very positive. That is a positive outlook, because that positive outlook is purging out the wickedness. You know what I'm saying, and getting away from all this BS, man. All these distractions, bread circus. Just all this BS. These loud ass, dirty ass muffins.
Right.
Crown Vics and Crown Vic. Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 13. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek Yahweh of hosts.
That's right.
Therefore, Yahweh Shai will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day.
So the Most High is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, man. You already know in what's that, Hosea 1 and 9? You are not my people. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because our people continue to partake in wickedness, man. And continue to follow the new wave and BS trends. And loud ass Crown Vics, man.
That shit is annoying, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, bro, it was crazy, bro. You know, when brothers say something, it, you know, it sticks to you. You know, brothers, you know, we feed off one another, man. You know, because words are powerful. And I was just thinking, man, I was going somewhere, and somebody was at a stoplight. They had just, bro, the light had just turned green, and you know, their head was a little down. The light just turned green. They getting ready to, you know, proceed to turn. Somebody come, just drive up, bro. The light just turned green.
Right, man.
What you want them to do?
Right.
So I know that vexed the elder, and I just thought about the elder when I seen that. Bro, the light just turned green. Like, get a woman a chance to make the left, bro. You know, bro, that's why the traffic's it's a wreck every damn morning, man. This isn't a place of peace, man. This is a place of chaos, man.
Right, but when Trump did his State of the Union address, he's acting. You would think the streets were
Crap.
like they're delusional.
Yep.
Like you can go to the movies with your woman, you know, and somebody could just shoot up the whole goddamn.
Right.
At any point, somebody could just lose their mind out here. People are addicted to opioids.
Yep.
People are sick. You got the homeless population. The earth ain't supposed to be like this. If you got $1 billion and you know that there's a whole hell of a lot. Hey, look at a lot of these empty ass buildings.
Yeah. Right.
You can just let them live there.
Yeah.
But Esau he don't give it, because in the scriptures we had a system which is called gleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Gleaning is where the reapers would leave behind, okay, a portion of their harvest for the poor. Remember Ruth was getting the rest, you know, and Boaz was like, hey, who was that? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the gleaning. That's weird. The Gentiles, the remnant, are likened to the gleaning grapes. That's the remnant. There was a welfare system. Now, granted, they do have a welfare system, but it's absolutely wicked, man. You go give to me, but restrict my whole goddamn life. If you get $700 in SSI, you make $1 over that $700 in your little job because you want to stay active. They take it away from you automatically.
That shit.
This man is absolutely retirement. At 62, you can't get your full retirement. You gotta wait until you damn near in the grave to get your full retirement. And if you do get it, you through. You can't make over $18,000. So he keeps you in a state of poverty with what he says he's giving you.
That's right.
There's a snare within it, man.
That's right.
In the kingdom of heaven, the heathen, we're gonna be like, just do right, and this is your portion.
That's right.
This is you tithe to us, and you just do good. If you go off here, we'll come there.
That's right.
This is the standard, and when we go,
Yeah. Shit,
that's a beautiful point that Zaquan made, because I know brothers are familiar with them laws they got with these restaurants. Bro, they be having like, be throwing the food out, talking about, we don't want to get sued. Bro, how many homeless people you know with lawyers, bro, on speed dial? Bro, they hungry, it's cold, or if it isn't cold, it's humid as hell in the summertime. Bro, they hungry, bro.
Right.
Bro, you can leave them bagels, burgers, or chicken, or whatever, man. It's like it just show you, man. Like the elder said, you would think the streets were paved with gold, but when you do watch that State of Union address, it was other Jacob was like, damn, man, they was acting like children, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Childish, tearing up the
damn papers.
Yeah. Trump just looked at her, she extended her hand, he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, y'all niggas childish, bro.
And on the cool on that State of the Union address, man, Donald Trump was really aiming at Jake a lot with what he was saying, man. He ready. They ready for. He's Edomites ready for blood, man.
Yeah,
really go in.
Yeah, and if it's not Trump, it's gonna be Bloomberg.
Yep.
Because Bloomberg, if I'm not mistaken, he got bucks to back his too.
Yep.
And he's that, bro. He was the one with the stop and frisk, right?
Yep. Okay, New York.
He said, yeah, bro. They just had an audio release.
Yeah.
He said, he got it to the point where Jake won't bring that gun in certain areas. He said, y'all just arresting kids for marijuana. Come on. He said, hey, we stop and frisk them. Find a little charge on them with marijuana, but guess what? Them guns ain't on them. Like, bro, you saw about them horns is about to show, bro. That's right. That Revelation 12:12, he knows that he had but a short time, bro. Shaitan about to get busy, bro.
Bro, Bill Gates years, he's been talking about all of these viruses that are going to be released. And they're literally telling you what they're going to do in your face. They've been telling people for years what they're getting ready to do. The Georgia Guidestones. It's like literally what they're going to do is hidden in plain sight.
Right.
And we're the only ones that really see. Now, you got a lot of people waking up to stuff, but we understand it according to the text. That's right. Hey, cruise ships is getting turned around.
Hell yeah.
Like people, hey, you get in the cruise ship, me and the family, we going to do a week on the cruise. Mental health week, all paid, we go eat all week, it's all inclusive, and you get on the cruise, and you get halfway in the water, and they make an announcement, we got to turn around because there's this virus, there's a bunch of reported virus, we got to turn around. The whole damn trip is ruined. That happened to about 7 ships in America. This place is going down, man.
That's right.
And Chinese nationalists, they can't enter in other countries now. They're being banned. They're being banned. Tell you, man, I seen a video today. All the Starbucks in China have been closed. Any contracts America had over there, guess what? All of them are closed. So Starbucks, I believe the restaurants. So a lot of stuff over there in China is being closed, man. And I think it was his Moabite going in on it. He was like, look, this is what's happening. Because coronavirus just got, they just discovered that in San Antonio over a day ago.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? This ain't no time to play, man.
Hey, and in China too, they forcing some of those people to the quarantine camps.
Yeah.
Like they grabbed the lady up and choked her out and shit. You know what I'm saying? So and that's coming to America too, man.
They gonna burn the bodies. They gonna be putting people to death.
Yeah, that's right.
Even if they suspect that you could possibly have the coronavirus, if they need to get you to a facility, man, they'll come take you out of your home. That's starting to come.
Yeah,
like the elder was saying, they are passing executive orders to give them leeway to do these things, man.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right, man.
I got a precept.
Okay.
Right. With all of the confusion, there's laws right now where you're gonna be through. And they're gonna be like, we told you. They were talking about Snoop Dogg.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48. I'm gonna read verse 11, and then I'm gonna jump down to verse 16. It says, Moab hath been at ease from his youth, and he hath settled on his lees, and hath not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remain in him, and his sin is not changed. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send unto him wanderers that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels and break their bottles. I'm going to jump down to verse 16. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasted and fast.
Dang.
All ye that are about him, bemoan him.
About that time. Moab went too far right along.
Yeah.
What's that again? Call that again?
Jeremiah. When you read Jeremiah 48, I started at verse 10, but when you read the whole chapter, it goes into the calamity of how Moab was proud.
Yeah.
They was pretty much chilling, and the Most High just brought a judgment upon them, man. Verse 17. All ye that are about him, bemoan him, and all ye that know his name say, how is the strong staff broken and the beautiful rod? And hey, man, like the brothers going into, they literally strong arming people out their homes, man. Strong arming them. Hey, and they're saying now, if you've been to Wuhan, China in the past 2 years, and you don't have any records indicating that you've been there, you can either face life in prison, or they just gonna put you to death, man. They got different maps that got sulfuric dioxide gases pretty much spiking through the roof in Wuhan. You look at the map and it's blazing yellow, and that particular gas only forms when organic matter is burned. So they burn them bodies, man.
So like it, brother. The brothers remember that acronym for that detention center? They can CDC? Huh? They could national. They can throw you in a detention center without cause.
Are you talking about the Patriot Act?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that what's the for?
National Defense Authorization Act. That's what it is. Yeah.
Perfect timing, man. Perfect, bro. These titles of these things aren't for no reason. It's for this purpose. Like now, like the brother just brought out in Jeremiah 48:10. The water. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I believe the Japanese were in concentration camps during World War II.
They were.
Hey, you got to think. All of these things get passed, but then you don't hear about it no more.
Right.
But meanwhile, all sorts of problems are being created on the earth.
Right.
What do you think they're going to go to? They're going to go to them laws that they didn't publicize and put out there secretly. Because on the news, you don't hear about that.
Yeah.
On the news, they ain't talking about this new executive order that's being put in place. They're interviewing Snoop Dogg and Gayle.
Right. Gayle King throwing up the Baphomet.
Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Yeah, he cursed out Gayle. Who gives a damn?
Right.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant died. Okay, people die every day.
Right.
We could die.
Right.
Hey, that happens. Plane crashes every day. Helicopters crash planes don't crash every day. But helicopters crash all the time. Planes crash. Car crashes happen every day.
Every day.
They die that way. The whole family.
Yeah.
So, okay. Nigga just was a baller. He played great basketball. All of this energy and thought being put towards some damn Kobe Bryant. Okay. But they're telling you the Wuhan virus and all of these things, don't worry about it. It ain't nothing, don't worry. But why are they so dead set on trying to downplay it?
Right.
They're downplaying it. But they're passing executive orders to get the U.S. military ready in case it pops off.
Yep, that's right.
Well, if it's such a situation that I don't need to worry about, why the fuck are you getting the military ready?
The global, and it's global too.
The global, it's
Like,
global.
come on. Global pandemic.
They gonna set up particular huts where you quarantine, man.
Yeah.
And the huts are so far and few between. What do you think they're gonna be doing to people as you going to one side of the earth to the other to get to this one goddamn tent? Where people they gonna kill your ass and burn you in the pit.
Yep.
This is what's coming to the earth.
It's gonna be
Depopulation.
Yep.
That's what they're trying to do. That's what's happening right now, man. Right in your face. The devil is trying to play the Most High on earth because the Most High got a depopulation agenda too.
That's right.
The Most High says he's going to start over with the 144,000 and the rest, and then the remnant of the heathen who's left. There's going to be a lot of people are going to die. But Esau said, well, I got my version of it. But he don't know that the Most High is using him for his purpose.
That's right. And that'd be a perfect time to implement the chip.
The chip, oh yeah, that's going to definitely be in there, man. Hey, and we going to have, the scripture, could we get that in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter real quick? Hold what the brother asked for, but Habakkuk, when it says soul is not upright.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because we finna have to live by some serious faith.
That's right.
This going to be, you're going to have to make spiritual decisions. If you've been bullshitting the whole time, you find out that you're an Israelite and not, practicing or fasting or whatever you're doing, to the best of your ability, upgrading. When drastic measures come, you think you just go jump into the spirit? No. Go be through. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 and 5.
Started where it say he is not upright.
So 4, yes, 4. It says Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Lifted up. He's proud. The pride of God. And his pride is so deep that he wants to fight the angels.
Man, bro.
He's putting billions of dollars into fighting and defending the space.
Yep.
That's right.
That's how deep his pride is.
right.
So what you gonna do to me? If you gonna fight an angel, what the hell you gonna try to do to me? Go ahead.
Damn.
But the just shall live by his faith.
So his soul, which is lifted up in him, is not right, and he's gonna do some serious wickedness. Man, he's about to let his horns all the way loose.
Right.
Okay, but the just at that time are gonna have to live by some serious faith, man. Because this has to happen in order for the end to manifest itself, man.
Because everything is being revealed on this devil, man. Seen a news clip yesterday on the Boy Scouts. Bro, they got files from the 1920s. It's called a perversion file. Over 7,000 7,000 Boy Scout leaders who were accused from the 1920s, bro.
Yeah.
Got a perversion file. These niggas up there with the priests. You know, so like the scripture say, the earth is helping the woman, man. Because everything's being revealed about this devil, man. All his institutions, all his BS, man, his academies and this and that. It's all BS, man. And the scriptures is the only thing that bear truth, man.
Yeah, I had we were going into coronavirus, so I was going to get that.
Okay, yeah, we still there.
Okay. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and 1. Woe unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria. It says, gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Beware your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Yeah, your destruction is at hand, man. Like the elder said, man, a lot of things about to tighten up for us in the spirit, and then for those who just walking around here, man. You ain't gonna be at liberty to just get you a Chick-fil-A sandwich in the morning. It's gonna be like, yeah, Starbucks. I'm like, hey, where the hell are you going? And that cop gonna talk to you, or what these cops got these little gang unit uniforms. Bro, gangs ain't rampant like that no more. These niggas is in military war, bro. When they started, it had to been 12 years ago, bro. I'm walking across the street in my neighborhood. Nigga had gang unit. Ain't no gangs, bro. That nigga military. Why you walk across the street? Shit, they trying to get to the stove.
I got pulled over walking. I got pulled over walking from your house one day. Oh my God, how am I? God damn.
I remember that happened to me one time, man. I was walking to the store, and the police swooped up on me all hard and tough. And it wasn't until I showed him my ID that he seen that I was 26 years old. He was like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to the store. He was like, why you ain't in school? I'm like, because I graduated, motherfucker. From high school to college. Here go my ID. And then once we saw my ID, he was like, oh, okay, because niggas been fooling out here. Yeah. So we just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but he swooped up on me hard, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, and that's just minor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When they get to the point where they ask you for your ID and you don't produce it, oh yeah, it's gonna get real on you. You know what I'm saying? But the prophets of the Lord been telling you that that's coming. We've been telling you that that's state. We've been telling you that we in that state. We in that time, man. You see? And if you want to keep on jiving and BSing and I'ma do me and hey man, when they ask you for your ID, we gonna see what it do.
That's right. When they got that polo and that Texas Rangers hat and that Impala, bro, produce something. Cause I had to, bro. He got out, had that Glock on his hip. Where you going? You going to work.
Right. And they've also been, people got to understand, over the last 5 years, these police have secretly been being armed with weapons that you would be like, why does the police need this? Exactly. They're going to let them loose. Why does the police need weapons that the military secretly use? Because they finna be using it on you everyday citizens. Right. Yep. About to be busy.
There was a large stock. There was a large stock of hollow point tip bullets. Like I'm talking about billions of them. That was all just coming in secretly, and then nobody talked about it.
Right. It just comes in the news through some backlisted website, or some some guy on the internet. Hey man, y'all see this? And then it just goes away.
Antonio Brown.
Right.
Okay, bro. Right. He hard to coach. The nigga's a nutcase. We get it.
And then it's all these interviews. Everywhere you look, it's a nigga being interviewed. Or a complete loser being interviewed. And you're watching it.
Right, bro. Sit there staring.
What Mos Def talking about. There's a reason for all of this stuff, man. Hey, I'll tell you this. On YouTube now, after you watch a video of a brother, it takes you to a lesser of what you just watched.
Yeah,
I was watching something about the spirit, then it took me to a whack-ass church. Black church. Talking about the spirit. So Esau is he's all bugged out, man. This is pandemonium. What does pandemonium mean? All, goes back to the Greek, or I believe the Latin. All. Mm-hmm. Demonium, demons. Man. All sorts of demons are being let loose all throughout the planet Earth, man. And only the strong, the elect, are going to survive, man.
That's right.
Continuing on, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 3. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Yeah, who's gonna quench it, man? The Lord, Yahushua Mashiach is coming back to destroy, and the Lord is ordaining all this to go down.
That's right.
From the coronavirus to whatever backhanded ass shit Esau gonna do, pardon my French, whatever backhanded stuff he gonna do, it's about to go down, bro.
Right.
Woo!
Right.
Mike Bloomberg being ready, Trump being ready. They're ready. They're ready, bro. The only people who ain't ready is 2/3 on this sign.
Right.
Walking around here happy as hell with that big box of candy, man. Yeah.
Even
happy,
other
man.
Israelites.
Yeah.
Even those who know they're Israelites, they not ready.
Right.
If you in 2020 watching all of this and you got to figure out if John the Baptist was in the truth or not, then you got a serious problem.
Yeah.
You through. You tripping.
Yeah.
It says, verse 5, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Bro, once Esau let them loose, bro, they gonna let them loose. And of course Esau gonna have the
Vaccine.
The vaccine for it, in which vaccine ain't nothing, they ain't shooting you nothing but with parasites, man. They shooting you up with more poison. Immune, that's all the vaccine really does, to be quite honest.
But your body's built to. I'm sorry, but your body's built to ward off that kind of stuff. Why do you need to put a disease in me to see? Okay, well we're gonna see. You got to put a lesser disease in you so your body can get used to it to fight it off.
Well, that's what they do. When you see the Clintons in Africa getting off that airplane with them yellow ass teeth, with a bunch of Edomites, you don't know who the hell they are. What do you think they're doing? What do you think Bill Gates does with trillions of dollars? They go around the earth, trying out these different vaccines on people.
That's right.
Especially over in Africa. They're always in Africa trying different diseases out on these different nations. And they always go where Jake is at.
Yep.
You know?
Just like they did with Flint and the terrible water. Nobody talks about Flint no more. It's been 3 years, bro. 3.5, if I'm not mistaken.
That's an act of terror.
They do it in certain boroughs in New York. I think Brooklyn is another one, bro. Terrible water in certain parts.
Right. Bro, they don't went so far. As to with the whole gentrification thing, they'll destroy the hood from the inside out, which you set it up to be destroyed. They like with Jake with the water. They're like, man, we can't live here. Fuck this water, man. And then they move out, and then they move Esau back in and clean the water up.
They saying the stream is going in and out.
Yeah, it was doing that when I was on the way down here.
Like, is the voices?
No, it'll just stop. And then once you refresh it, it'll either come back up or not, just depending on where you at.
Yeah, so, I know my
Yeah, we could probably switch it over.
Well, but that just shows you more that the Lord is finna end this thing for these people, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All these different things that Esau is doing to combat the truth, you see? And all these people that's for it, they're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna take my prophets off the street. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're gonna have to cut the whole YouTube off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go channel by channel, lollygagging it, cut the whole shit off. That's what's prophesied.
That's right.
It's a famine of the word that's prophesied. Somebody get Amos 8:11. It's a famine of the word that's prophesied that's gonna come true. And we see in the stages of it. We always talk about how we say the prophecies before they happen, and then we sit back and wait to see these things that boost our faith.
That's right.
Every channel you cut boosts our faith. Every lie you tell boosts our faith.
That's right.
You see, the scriptures say that you can't do nothing against the truth, only for it.
That's right. That's
So
right.
cut the shit off. Do what you got to do.
Shut
We
it
tired
down.
of talking to you niggas, man.
We're ready for the next story.
We ready. We ready. So cut it off. That's what. Matter of fact, we gonna keep on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. We gonna continue to put these videos up, whether it be street speakers, sit downs, walking talks, in transit, lunch breaks. Cut the shit off. That's what the prophecies say. And until you do it, we gonna rat you out, man. You see, we're in what they say, the court of public opinion. And Esau is losing in the court of public opinion. The so-called white man is losing in the court of public opinion. That's right. Why? Because the witnesses of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah are on the stand.
Right.
Go ahead.
Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land. Bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord.
That famine that the Lord talking about, it ain't talking about food. It ain't talking about drink. It's talking about hearing this word, man. That's right. It's talking about having his prophets come out here on the highways and the byways and completely cutting that off. You see? Because when we was out here, you threw stuff, you ran your mouth, you called the cops, all these different things. And that led up to the point where you said, the Lord said, you know what? These people really ain't gonna listen. You know what? It's time for y'all to pack it in. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro.
That's what I'm saying, because it was a point in time, where you saw the prophets out on the streets. And you just walked by, you continue to chug, you know what I'm saying? You honking your horn with your Jesus love everybody sign, throwing eggs out the window, trying to splash coffee on brothers. All these different things you was doing when the word was available.
They threw piss on us when we was over there.
You know what I'm saying? You see? All this time that we've been out here on the streets and the word was available, you had other things to do. You see? But the scripture just said that they're going to be trying to cross land and sea to see what's going on.
Hey, because of the coronavirus, you can't even do that. They turn it back slip ships.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
I'm going to continue on. It says, to seek the, it says, I'm going to start over verse 12. Amos 8:12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
Yep. And it ain't going to be nowhere to be found, because when you had your chance, you turned your head. You turned your head. You fanned your hand. You had all these other options. You see? Is there more to that?
No, that's it on that.
All right, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 1. It said, it said, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden.
That's what I'm saying. It says the days will come. Read that again, Bible Kasha.
2nd Ezra 5 and 11, 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number.
Key words being the days shall come. You see, the days came when it said that we was gonna raise up according to Ezekiel 37. That day came. Yep. Right? You see it live in action. Right? So if that day came, right? The scripture said the Lord was gonna come lowly on the ass. Didn't that day come?
That's right.
In Isaiah, when the Lord said, look, I'm him. This is who you're reading about, and close the book. Did that day come to pass? It kind of did, didn't it?
That's right.
Actually, it really did. You see? So if those days came to pass, and the Lord is a spirit that can't lie, then the other days are going to come to pass.
That's right.
Including that famine of the word. You see? You only going to have the prophets, you know what I'm saying? The days of you kicking the prophets around is gone.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Even the prophets that's on the scene today, we got a thorough understanding of the depth to where you still lose. You see? That's because that's one thing about it. We've been talking about this all week, man. Yahushua prepares his men for what's to come.
Right.
Jesus Christ don't. And you can do what you want to do with that information. Go ahead.
God. It says, and they which dwell upon the earth
Don't we all dwell upon the earth?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like every Thursday I can go somewhere else. I'm here. With the Aki.
That's right.
Through the Spirit. Go ahead.
It says, they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden.
Yep.
And the land shall be barren of faith.
That's what I'm saying, man. And this land is barren of faith, man. Outside of the men of the Lord, outside of the hopeful elect. You see? It is what it is. But through the Spirit, we're able to see that. So we know what time we in by seeing what's going on.
That's
right.
Right?
Go ahead.
Right.
First, people are blinded, man. That's why it's hidden. We're shining that light bright all around the four corners of the earth. The word is going out.
That's what I'm saying. And
They go on the internet and I see the Israelites, man.
and if you in a deep sleep, what's the last thing you want? Light. Light. You know what I'm saying? Your alarm clock go off at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And this, you cut that light on, first thing you do, damn. You gotta adjust. You looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. This truth is a light.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. Once your eyes adjust to the light, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? You might have that few minutes to where you're like, oh, you got to gather yourself and do all this and all that. That's that time when wisdom is trying you. Oh, this too much light. Oh, shit, I am wicked. You know what I'm saying? But once your eyes get adjusted to the light and you're familiar with the room, it's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can show other people how to adjust to the light once it shined on them. Go ahead.
Verse 2, it says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest.
It say iniquity shall be increased. So you shouldn't be surprised at all the things we see. It said wickedness upon wickedness is going to get worse. That's what I'm saying. So if you saw something that vexed you to the core of your spirit this morning, wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you hear. Yeah. Wait till tomorrow and see how much worse it gets.
Right. Worse. Yeah, they literally change little boys and turning themselves into little girls.
Yeah. I'm saying, here it is. LeVar Ball got to go.
Right.
But D Wade is cool.
Yeah.
Really? That's where we live. That's where we live. And the Lord put the spirit on it. He said, look, don't call that little mother Zion. Change his name to something else. His name is not Zion. That ain't the Lord ain't looking down to remember that. You kidding me?
And Jesus is down with that.
Yeah.
The game got on the interview and defended that.
That's
Now
what
the
I'm
game, he said I was watching another interview. Damn interview. And the nigga was like, I believe in Jesus. So Jesus is down with your son, turning himself into a little girl?
Unbelievable, man.
Wow.
I was like, but you wonder why the famine of the world is fastly approaching, man.
Right.
You see? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before these people are going to be losing their mind in the streets because they ain't going to have no answers. Because, see, now you have the answers. You just don't agree with it. When it ain't nothing for you to come up against at all.
No Instagram.
No platform.
You know what I'm saying? You say that all the time, Cap. It's going to come a point in time to where your YouTube handle and your avatar ain't going to mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got all these people that got all these ideas and all that questioning the Lord, and it should be like this, and why? Nobody never hold a mirror up to themselves, man.
No.
You didn't do nothing.
Right.
You didn't do nothing. Really? You've been on this planet for however many years you've been on this planet, and you didn't do nothing wrong.
You ain't figured out that the Lord got a problem with your nation. Something is wrong. You ain't came to that conclusion yet.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Is there some more to that? Somebody else?
I got one.
Yeah. Keep going.
It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago.
It's going to get worse. It's going to progressively get worse. And the prophets are telling you because we're reading the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? We told you that our leaders was false. We told you that our people be selling out. We told you the earth was given into the hand of the wicked and he is showing his whole behind. We told you. And what you do? You can't judge me. It's all this back talking, all this mouthful that you got. But then the scripture says you're going to be running to and forth trying to find answers. That ain't no coincidence. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and the land that thou seest now to have root shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
That's what I'm saying. And everything you see in front of you is going to be on the flow, man. Everything you see, from top to bottom, man, everything you're going to see is going to be on the flow. America is going to be the biggest ashtray in the history of the world.
That's right.
That's right.
Thus saith the Bible. Right? I can't make this up. I'm not creative enough to come up with the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America.
That's right.
Right? So Lord willing, the Lord continues to put his words in our mouth to warn the people. And what you do with the information is what you do with the information. Right? Because when we heard the information, get that word say, they heard the same thing we heard, but it wasn't mixed with faith. Hebrews. Somebody get that. Because at the end of the day, man, when you go into Hebrews 1, it tells you that from the time of Adam and Eve, it was prophets on the earth.
Right.
Now that might shake some of y'all up, but it is what it is. If you got time to listen, we can break it down through the Spirit. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 4, I started verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us.
Fear, right? Everybody want to tell you God love everybody. But the scriptures tell you that the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
So you got to figure that out.
Right, when you read the book of James, when it says religion, that word is really speaking of your fear. Right. And your fear leads to action. If you really fear the Lord, there will be particular things you wouldn't do.
Exactly.
If the earth was full of people who feared the Lord, you wouldn't have all of these drastic and terrible things. A fraud, theft, adultery, you know, people destroying themselves. If you truly fear the Lord, then you will refrain off from doing those things. But when you teach people that basically there is no God, and you can do what you want, look what it leads to.
But that's what I'm saying. You would tell a homosexual or a lesbian that they can do whatever they want to, but then we got to pray for them when they get AIDS.
Right.
No. He told you don't do it.
That's right.
Right? Just like how people, you tell them not to eat pork. They eat it anyway. And then when your grandma get her feet cut off, it's Satan's fault. No, man. No. What you fail to realize is that we're introducing the world to the Lord.
Right.
Because y'all don't know nothing about the God of the Bible. Y'all don't know nothing about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You too worried about Jesus. And Jesus is a stumbling block. Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians 5:10. It says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach.
It says we must all appear before the judgment seat of the Lord. Every single one of us. Us on this side of the camera, y'all on that side of the camera, and everybody else who ignoring us right now.
Right.
Everybody gonna have to sit in front of the judgment seat. Go ahead.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done.
That's what I'm saying. And all of us are guilty of things, man. You see? But us on this side of the camera, we making our bodies a living sacrifice, so we don't got to kill all the turtle doves and all that, and we're not going to waste our Lord's sacrifice, man. Here it is, the Lord sacrificed himself to cleanse us, and we're going to come out here and do what we want to do anyway?
Well, we're doing like Noah did. When Noah was warned of what was going to happen, it provoked him to fear, and it provoked him to build an ark.
Right.
That's what we're doing in the spirit. And people were laughing at him, calling him stupid. But when that rain came, he wasn't so stupid.
Because see, now, back then, when they was talking about Noah, Noah was telling them that it was going to rain on everybody.
Right.
You see, the water came from the ground back then. Wasn't no water falling out the sky, so they thought he was crazy. Now, fast forward up to the time of the prophets now. We're telling you that thermonuclear destruction is coming to this place. World War III is coming to this place. You got people telling us that ain't no such thing as missiles, where you can easily type in missile testing on the damn internet and watch missiles from each country that possess them. Show they stuff off. Right?
And look at Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That wasn't the ICBMs, that was the atomic bomb. But these missiles now going to be on a whole wider scale.
It's
already been used.
Bigger and deadlier.
Yeah.
Knowledge shall be increased.
Bigger and deadlier. Bro, they shooting missiles at the moon trying to see what it do.
Right.
But you got people that tell you it ain't no missiles.
Right.
But they told Noah it wasn't no rain. How that work out for them? Go ahead.
This is back in verse 2 Corinthians 5:10. It says that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody gonna have to be judged, man, according to the law. Go ahead.
Whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad.
Here's the
You
point.
see?
Yep.
If you preach the word and teach the word in sincerity, there's a reward. If you don't, there's a reward for that too. Go ahead.
It says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
How do you know the terror of the Lord? You damn sure ain't gonna learn it out here in the world. You don't learn the terror of the Lord in school. You don't learn the terror of the Lord at work. You know what I'm saying? You learn the terror of the Lord from the prophets and the scriptures.
Like, people still celebrating Valentine's Day. You know they don't fear. You're still doing that, you big 48-year-old nigga. I'm gonna give my baby some flowers.
It's repercussions for him if he don't.
Right.
He buying candy because he's scared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, my back bad. I can't spend another night on the couch. But that's what I'm saying. If you don't come with chocolate, really? That's what determines your night? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Dinner at Applebee's.
You know what I'm saying? If she don't get to go to Olive Garden tonight, you through for the next month. The Lord didn't set that up, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you. Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest.
That's what I'm saying. It's talking about fear. The Lord don't need your love. Your love ain't genuine. Because the scriptures say to love the Most High is to keep his commandments.
Right.
So if you've been taught that you can do whatever the hell you want to do, you don't love the Lord. If you subscribe to that. Read on.
When you get, if I may say, when you get that word fear in the Greek, it's phobia, or as you get the word phobia from. When you look into it, it says you have an ancient care for something. You should be having an ancient care of how you're conducting yourself and how you're moving within the society. Right. If you have a lack of fear of the Lord, you're not going to enter into that rest, man.
Right.
We all want rest. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it says, least of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. Verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached.
For unto us was the gospel preached. Talking about these scriptures. I don't know how it was in the byways, whether you was walking by, whether you caught a YouTube page, or whatever the Lord did to bring you in. Read it again.
For unto us was the gospel preached.
For unto us was the gospel preached. What's the gospel? The good news. The good news being that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver the nation of Israel from their enemies and keep it moving.
Right.
Go ahead.
The us is ultimately the elect right here.
Gone.
Us is the elect.
Gone. Because you got 2/3 of the nation of Israel that the Lord set up to be destroyed because they didn't take heed, because they was mingled amongst the heathen and learned their ways.
Right. Just like today.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, for unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them.
They heard it too. That's what I said earlier. I mentioned us on this side of the sign,
right.
The people on the other side of the sign, the people that's walking up and down the street ignoring us. Everybody. This applies to everybody.
Yep.
You see? Because our people were scattered amongst the nations. That's why we come out on the highways and the byways. Right? Everybody say, why you won't teach in the hood? Okay, we'd already been to the hood. We came from the Lord done already scraped the hood clean because you see us.
As soon as we get there, you're going to find something else to complain about.
You know what I'm saying? You see?
The valley of the shadow of death, man. The whole thing.
The world is a ghetto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The reason you see the prophets popping up the way you see them is because the Lord already went to the hood.
He also said, come on the highways and byways. Go to the marketplace. He said, go to no goddamn neighborhood, man.
That's what I'm saying. When have you ever went to a mall in America and only seen one race of people?
Redbird.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's all true to that.
Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them.
That's what I'm saying. The word preached did not profit them. Why?
Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it.
I said, Yahweh Shai said, am I going to find faith on the planet when I come back? Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Ezra 15:4. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
That's what I'm saying, man. And there's plenty of unfaithful people on this planet, man. Unfaithful to who? Unfaithful to the Lord. You see? Here it is. You unfaithful. You unfaithful to the entity that kill and make alive. Because you going to do you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Bro, they obviously know where it is.
They ain't shit you can do, bro.
Let's go, man.
Romans chapter. You know Main Street gonna be packed.
Valentine. It's y'all holiday.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. But what if some did not believe?
There's plenty of people that don't believe. You see? But the Lord don't care about that.
That's right.
The Lord sent the prophets to give a certain message. It ain't up to us whether you believe it or not. But it's up to the Lord, your judgment. Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
So just because you don't believe, the Lord ain't going to destroy Babylon?
Right.
So just because you don't believe, the Lord ain't beat his wife by putting Israel into captivity? Just because you don't believe it, it didn't happen.
Right, slavery didn't happen.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe I'm broke. But I guarantee you, if I open up this wallet, and I got paid today.
Oh, man.
That's scriptural bag of
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's all scriptural. Bag of holes.
It all got designated destination.
You know what I'm saying?
All my money got a timeshare.
Denzel is broke in the system of white supremacy.
Yeah.
We're on a whole nother level.
Yeah, man. That's what I said. Why you think all these celebrities and athletes and superstars and all this stuff got to keep doing commercials?
interviews.
Bro, it was a point in time when you would never see Samuel L. Jackson doing a commercial. Because that was beneath them at one point. Yeah. But now you're seeing the biggest stars doing 30-second spots.
Getting paid.
You know what I'm saying?
And some of them are a little comfortable, but at the end of the day, when you look at how much money these elites have, with a guy like LeBron James, it's chump change, man.
Bro, I remember one time they was talking about P. Diddy. They said this nigga was paying $1 million a month in bills. You gotta keep working. You gotta keep working.
If you got a private jet, that's 20 mil a year by itself. You want maintenance, that's 20 mil a year by itself. Easy work.
They said that's why Floyd that's why they say Floyd keep jumping back out there to fight. They said it's the lifestyle.
Oh man, a lot of that, man. People don't understand money. But it's just really what the elder said. You can look at 300 mil and think that's a lot of money, man, but that's really not. It's really not a lot compared to what these elites is really moving around and what they're capable of. You go into a couple of industries and 300 mil gone.
Yep.
It's gone. You try to start a school.
Gone.
You know, 300 mil gone. You started a university.
You gotta keep making money, man. Just like Esau, he gotta keep making money. Yep. He gotta keep making money. That's why he come up with all these left-handed, all these unrighteous decrees.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why the game is rigged for his advantage. Right. You can trickle in and get some millions. You can trickle in and get some. But when it starts to talk about true ownership, and you own this mine, and you own this land, and you gotta go through me, you gotta sign. My name is on all the checks.
Bro, Esau give you $30 million and take that shit right back.
Well, it sounds good because I signed a $30 million contract, but it may be over 5 years. And then when you take into account taxes,
they tax half of it.
No, you can't. And then you try to supply. I got a $30 million contract. I'm gonna take care of my mama. I'm gonna take care of my auntie. Everybody in the hood. We good. You got to take it. Then Jake try to do that. Yeah. And it don't work like that.
Right. Try to maintain a certain lifestyle. Through.
Antoine Walker out here with a roommate.
When cleaning goes wrong.
Yeah. Where did it all
go? Antoine Walker out here with a roommate. A nigga had a $100 million contract. Yeah. He out here with a roommate, bro. And overweight.
So you got to get the riches the right way. Because wanting riches and having things, that's natural. But we're going to have things on a whole nother level. We're going to have wealth. When you look at Jacob was a businessman. Jacob wasn't just dwelling in a tent. Yeah, he was a plain man dwelling in a tent, but he forwarded Isaac's business. That's right. That when you dealt with the sheep, you were a high-level businessman.
Remember when Joseph went to go find his brothers before they sent them off to Egypt? Right. He had to go to city to find where his brothers was at with the sheep to feed them.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you see my bros?
Like, oh yeah, they over there in that city over here.
Yeah. they over there D-Dine. Like, God damn.
Look up Isaac.
Look up that money, bro.
Yeah. Read about Isaac. You gonna be like, damn, okay. Read, like sometimes we'll just read Genesis 26 or 25 for the story of Jacob and Esau. Right. And we won't go to 20. Read 26. Isaac was balling. Yeah. Straight up. Read it.
That's right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's read it.
Yeah. Right. Take money to take care of the flocks like that.
Oh, that's right.
And pay all the servants, make sure everybody good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2, I started verse 5. Because we was mentioning how Esau he just keeps going, right? Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
That was his blessing, man. That was his blessing, was to use the sword to travel the earth and just be horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? He just traveled the world being horrible, man. Yeah. Breaking deals, murdering people, raping, robbing, and pillaging every doggone thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And moving people out of their proper position in the world. Like, the Most High put certain spirits on certain nations. Esau come up in a certain nation and change their whole industry and background. Like this is not that's not the nature of these people.
Yeah.
They weren't meant to go into that industry. These people were meant to go into that industry, man. The Most High put certain spirits on plants, animals, and people, man.
That's right.
And so that's why we need to be ruling, because we're gonna put everything in the order that Yahweh Shem Yahushua wants it, and that includes the people.
That's right.
Esau removed the landmark, displaced the people, put them in a land that they ain't even accustomed to living in.
That was a high offense in the ancient world.
Yeah. You put a water-based people in the desert. That don't even make no sense, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And so, you know, that destroys all types of ecosystems, man. They do the same thing with the animals. Putting the animals in ecosystems that they don't, in habitats they don't even belong in.
Yep. Put a whale in a jacuzzi.
You know what I'm saying? Wondering why he gonna dip the fish at the bottom of the pool, and you know,
Cutting his fins off.
then you blame the whale. The whale went crazy. You know,
But that's what I'm saying. What would you do if you was in the situation the whale was in? Yeah, go nuts too.
Micah chapter 2 and 3. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the Lord, behold, against this family, talking about Esau, do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you and lament with a doleful lamentation and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields.
change the portion of the people, man. Remove the landmark and everything that comes along with that landmark.
Right.
Okay? So, hey, Esau's gonna pay for that. Really, all these nations want a piece of Esau for that too, man. You know? But chiefly the apple of the Heavenly Father's eye.
That's right.
The nation of Israel.
Sirach 33 and 11. In much knowledge the Lord hath divided. Well, actually, let's start at verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
All men are from the ground, and Adam was created from earth. Go ahead.
In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse.
That's what I'm saying. Divided them and made their ways diverse. Talk about man. You know what I'm saying? You had the sons of men, you had the sons of the wicked, and you had the sons of God. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted.
Some of them have he blessed and exalted, right? The prophets. Go ahead.
And some of them hath he sanctified and set near unto himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out their places.
That's what I'm saying, man. The serpent. You see? The Lord made the people and he divided them as he liketh them best. We're going to keep reading that chapter.
Verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure.
Us being the clay, right?
Right.
The Heavenly Father and his Son, the potter. Right? That's what I'm saying. Clay don't build people.
That's right.
People build clay to whatever it's going to be.
Right.
Whether it's going to be some righteous or some wicked. The clay is at the disposal of the potter.
That's right.
Read on.
So man is in the hand of him that made him.
See, I didn't just make that up. Right? Man is in the hand of him that made him.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
To render to them as liketh him best.
That's what I'm saying. So if the Lord want to make a trophy, he's going to make a trophy. Right. If the Lord want to make a toilet, he's going to make a toilet. But the toilet can't buck up. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when have you ever went in the bathroom and the toilet was like, oh, hell no, man. Not you again. No, it just does what it's created to do.
Right.
Read.
Verse 14. Good is set against evil.
The Lord made that decision that good was going to be set against evil. We can't do nothing about that.
That's right.
We can adjust to it. We can adhere to it.
Right.
But we can't change it. Go ahead.
Good is set against evil and life against death.
Life is set against death. So you got the men of the Lord that want to live, and then you got the side of death that want to destroy everything. That's plain. You can't tell me that ain't happening. You can't tell me that there ain't an energy in this earth that wants to live and an energy in this earth that wants to die. Where the fuck you live if you don't see that? Go ahead.
So is the godly against the sinner.
The godly against the sinner. All this opposition that the Lord set up, man. But everybody chooses to ignore it. No, we're not going to ignore it. We're going to acknowledge it, and we're going to feed the sheep. Read.
and the sinner against the godly.
Uh-huh.
So look upon all the works of the Most High.
Look upon all the works of the Most High. Don't just pick out the ones that make you feel cute and fuzzy on the inside, because that's not balance. Right? If you got a pretty woman, the balance is you're going to have an ugly one.
Yep.
Right? So if you got a righteous man, it's obvious you're going to have a wicked man. That's the way the Lord set it up. But you got people that tell you that he didn't do that. And then when you ask them, well, what did the Lord do? Wing fest.
You tell me.
You know,
You the teacher?
you just told me I was wrong. Go ahead.
So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Right, there's duality out in the planet Earth for understanding, man. All right? Now, we've gone through all these progressions of captivities and darkness and wickedness that's been spread all across. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
You know, and everything that's going down, somebody help a sister out.
Thank you.
Hey, the water sis. You know, and we're going through all of these things that's going down. It's for us to learn from it and progress. Okay? Because of all, but look at the state of the earth, man. Pollution is running rampant, man. So that righteous energy has to be pushed out and has to be, you know, brought to the forefront, so to speak.
That's right.
Okay?
Sirach 2 and 22. Oh, how desirable are all his works, that a man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain forever for all uses, and they are all obedient, all the way down to a worm, all the way down to mold.
Yep.
Everything on this earth is used and needed in order for the life to be.
Yeah,
Whoever resisted his will.
The jet stream in the ocean.
Right, everything.
Everything, man.
I was saying, what the Lord say? The Lord say he made a commandment that the water can only go so far.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. And look at it. When the water does pass that point, there's lives at stake.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if the Lord said the water ain't gonna go past this point, and then it go past that point, you earned it.
Well, that's why he created beaches. Beaches were created to be a stopping point for certain waters so that you can have cities.
There you go. so when the Lord makes the water past that point,
you through.
You see, because he can't do that.
Or Esau goes and disturbs the waters, man. Or he disturbs the skies that affects the water.
Right.
You know? Then when a whole bunch of people on the other side of the world get drowned, Esau be like, damn. We need to set up a donation. So we can help these people.
How ain't that a nigga?
You know, he said, let me get that pancreas about you.
Yeah. You ain't gonna need that.
That's why I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to mention that's why the scripture says the whole foundation of the earth are out of course, man. You got the wrong man doing everything backwards, man. You know, shoot like you mentioned earlier, man, shooting damn missiles at the moon, throwing off the tides and throwing off the water, man. You know, this man's a devil. This is the devil, bro.
Real quick, and then we'll go back to the other one. Jeremiah 5 and 22. Fear ye not me, saith Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree that it cannot pass?
That's what I'm saying, man. How can you not recognize that type of power? You can't recognize that type of power. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody drop a piece of paper on the ground, you're going to call the cops for littering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop at that stop sign or else.
If you see the internet or computers, you're woo. You're like, wow. You know, the technology. But the earth, hey, hello. Mountains, the sun, rain.
Bro.
The seasons are faithful. And the seasons prove reincarnation. It's always going to get cold again. There's a cycle to everything.
I want to say, just like them leaves you rake up in your yard.
Bro,
they always come back.
That's way doper than that laptop.
Right.
You know?
Right. It says Sirach 42, all right, and 24. All things are double one against another, and he have made nothing imperfect. One thing establisheth the good of another, and who shall be filled with the beholding of his
You know what I'm saying? Bro, as much as you don't want roaches in your house or you don't like the presence of a roach, the Lord put that roach there. You know what I'm saying?
You need to clean your shit up.
You know what I'm saying?
Roaches
You
have
got
their
all
place
these,
in the Lord's ecosystem.
yeah, all these different things, man. All these different things. Just like, bro, shrimp.
Right.
Bro, you ain't finna grab no handful of roaches and fry them bitches up.
But you'll eat his cousin.
But you'll eat his cousin.
Shrimp is a roach or an arthropod or something like that.
Crab is a cockroach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lobster. Come on, man.
I don't believe it's family. It may be species. It's something.
Lobster don't
But
make me
they're
want to eat.
related somehow, right?
Looking at a lobster don't make me hungry.
Right.
You see? Because I let you know that ain't right, man.
Yeah. Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
Tearing them up tonight.
But that's what I'm saying. Let brothers cook lawful food.
Tonight.
And you see how we respond.
Right.
You see?
Unlawful food is in trouble on Valentine's Day. Niggas are about to be teared up
tonight.
And I'm saying that's beautiful that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai set it up to where this old BS folly day, man, fall on the Sabbath, man.
That's right.
Woo!
That's right.
You see?
A lot of them
Protecting us,
some
man.
years ago
Yeah.
that there was dang near every so-called.
It's been like that. Last year was that way.
It's like that,
Last
you
year,
know.
They set that
Almost.
up on purpose, though, bro. It's to try to, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
Esau's a demon, man.
God.
They following the moon as well, bro. They know what it is.
Oh, because they know that there's it's a highly spiritual day.
They following those phases and they understand what it is. It's not a coincidence, man.
Right.
Esau is trying to counteract the spirit, man.
Right. Very true.
Because I noticed that even last year and the year before, like every single one of the, you know, holidays fell on a Sabbath or, you know, it was just like, wow.
The Most High brought a tornado on Christmas.
And for people watching, you know, today is the Sabbath, but the Sabbath can fall on any day of the week.
Exactly.
Right. But it just so happened to be Friday, Sunday.
I want to say next week it's going to change.
Right. Yep.
You see?
When the new moon comes in, it's going to be according to that day when it comes.
That's right.
The Lord ain't that stiff, you know. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that's why Jake trying to change the law because it's 2020. It's Friday.
My Saturday.
Every Friday? You keep it right, you'll be all right.
I'm telling you. Easy money. You got more?
I had a long one, but yeah.
You finished yours?
Nah, this is just going back into the duality we was talking about. This is Romans 9:19. It says, "Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault?"
That's what I'm saying. They always question the Lord. Why? But that's what I'm saying, man. You don't never look in the mirror, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to say, how many times in the scripture do it say, thus saith the Lord? They shall know that I am the Lord.
That's
Right? You talking about why Kobe? Kobe knew exactly why that plane was crashing.
Why your auntie?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, so since your auntie can't hoop, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, your auntie fed you more than Kobe did.
Right. And it's okay to grieve and mourn over somebody.
Yeah.
All right, but to them, my God, you going off. Most throwing up fingers.
Cursing.
That's what
All
I'm
in
saying,
the
man.
screen.
But here it is. That same God that you cursing, your family in the room safe in the hole, full.
Right.
You chilling on YouTube. Your family good. But the Lord wrong because a nigga that you cut for got judged. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Man, Kobe chilling.
That's what I'm saying. Kobe ain't really. Y'all more worried about it than him.
People don't understand, man.
Shit.
And that's why we got to come back into the scriptures and start understanding the nature of the spirit world.
Right.
Understanding the nature of the Heavenly Father. The reason why Jake is mad is because they don't have a relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's our job to come out here. And those who have ears to hear, they're going to hear, man.
Right.
The reason why people are grieving earthly and worldly things is because they don't have a spiritual eye or ear.
Right.
And that's why we're in this place right now, man. Because of our lack of spiritual acumen. We're not sharp spiritually as a nation. All right? So you consider these worldly things more than spiritual things. Kobe is chilling. He happy. He is with the Most High in the spirit world. Okay? They think this is the end all be all. America, you know.
So he praying for the prophet.
Yeah. Right. Way better off than us, man. Back in Romans 9, in the last part of 19, it says, "For who had resisted his will?" It says, "Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
That's what I'm saying. You can't do nothing, man. You can't do nothing, man. You can't. All you can do is hearken. That's all you can do is hearken, man. Read that again, Baba Bashar.
It says, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
That's what I'm saying, and that go for anything. Man, Lord, why you made me a prophet? I want to do my thing. You're going to be a prophet.
You're going to be a prophet.
You know what I'm saying? Man, Lord, I was trying to do this. My pops used to say that all the time, man. If you want to make the Lord laugh, tell him what you got going. See how that work for you. You see? That's what I'm saying. Everybody that's what I'm saying. Everybody out here who got a pair of shoes on. Another pair of shoes can't get mad because you wore them today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got one pair of shoes or if you got 20 pair of shoes. If you got 20 pair of shoes, you can't wear all of them. You only got 2 damn feet. How you gonna wear 20 pair of shoes with 2 feet? But you got niggas that'll try to do that. Just, nah, man. We got to adjust to, the Lord ain't adjusting to us.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Verse 21, it says, hath not the potter...
I wouldn't want to adjust to nobody who won't listen to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You lay out all these ground rules, ain't none of them being followed, but you still trying to figure out ways to pull goodness on these folks.
Yeah.
No, man. No.
It's called losing posture.
Especially when you're reading through the law, man. As many times as the Lord repeated certain things. How many times? Brothers, anybody out here who got kids, how many times you gonna tell your kids to do something?
Once.
What make us any different? But the Lord afforded us the luxury of putting these things in multiple chapters.
Stick your head out there.
Don't make me come in there.
You know?
If I have to say it, don't make me come in there. If I have to come in there, it's going to be bad for you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you do have to go in there, it's gonna be bad. You ain't just saying that.
Come out the sky.
This is Romans 9:21. It says, have not the potter power over the clay?
That's what I'm saying. That's a clear question, man. That's a clear question. The potter has power over the clay. When you take a dump, do that poop go down the toilet before you flush it? You got to flush it.
That's right.
Like, come on, man. Things have to happen. Go ahead.
It says, hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
That established the fact that the Lord can do what he wants to do.
That's right.
Right? That's what you get to do what you want to do.
That's what I was just thinking.
People are under the impression that they can do whatever they want, but you're going to tell the Lord that he got limits.
Right. You got to revolve around your
They got places you get a hamburger, you can get 20 meats.
Yeah.
Bro,
20 meats?
Have it your way.
Give me 20, get monster style.
Have it your way.
The Most High can't create a narrative that he...
You done tricked out this Cadillac. You done built this Cadillac to your liking. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Right? You decided against white walls. Couldn't nobody say nothing. Right?
Right.
I'm trying to make this as plain as I can.
That's right, Zaquan.
You see, you get to create,
That's right.
but the Heavenly Father don't get to create. You got some nerve. That was it on that? All right, let's go over here.
You want that Ecclesiastes too?
Yeah. Let's get that real quick.
Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
That's what I'm saying, man. And that's for everybody, man. Whether it's your auntie, your dad, your grandma, your favorite basketball player, any celebrity, this is what happened when they passed. Go ahead.
And the spirit shall return unto the power who gave it.
Their spirit shall return to the power who gave it. The scriptures describe the Heavenly Father as the Father of spirits. Right? So your spirit goes back, which means Kobe and Gianna, their spirits went back to the Heavenly Father, and their bodies went back to the dust, what was left of them. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord did that. The Lord set that in motion.
And they spirits is in the heavens receiving instructions, doing what the Most High want them to do.
That's right.
Okay?
I got one.
Go ahead and bring this up.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, like you mentioned.
Hey, stop right there. Get James. Somebody get James 4:14 real quick. 4:13.
I How you mentioned with the Most High, you say you trying to tell the Most High your plan.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh, okay.
That's why we got to get James 4 right here.
This is James 4 and James 4 and 13. I'm gonna start at 13. It says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain."
All right, stop right there. Go over here. So you gotta put these precepts together. You know what I'm saying? Here a little, there a little, line by line, precept upon precept. All right, go ahead.
Luke 12 and 17. And he thought within himself, saying, "What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits."
He said, "Man, I got so much." He said, "I got so much substance that I don't have nowhere to store all of it. So here's what I'm gonna do." Right? Read this one again, real quick.
James 4 and 13. It says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain."
Stop. Go back over here.
Luke chapter 12, verse 17. And he thought within himself, saying, "What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits." And he said, "This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods."
Stop. Go back over here.
Verse 14, it says, "Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow."
Whoa! Whoa! He say, "I'm gonna destroy and rebuild because I got it like that." Let's find out where he went wrong. Keep reading.
It says, "For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away.
Go on.
For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that."
That's a huge stumbling block. Right? This dude over here didn't say, "Lord willing, I'm going to destroy and rebuild because I got it like that. At the water Yahweh Shemi Hawashai for giving me all this substance." He's going to do him. Without a Lord willing. That ain't going to fly. I don't give a damn who you are. You see? The scriptures tell you plain that the Lord builds you up and breaks you down. Go ahead.
Lamentations 3 and 22. "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness."
That's what I'm saying. New every morning. Proving to you that everything comes back every day.
Right.
Bro, mercy is reincarnated every day.
Right.
Wrap your mind around that one. I just blew myself away just saying that. Like, bro, think about that.
Right.
That's what the scripture just said.
Right.
Go ahead.
Just think about you going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You waking or you sleeping. You know, you could, man, the Most High could have it whereas you suffocate on your spit.
Yeah.
You know? You could have it, bro, he could do it, that could happen, bro.
Every time you swallow is a miracle, because there's a flap that has to go over your windpipe so that the food don't go down there. So every swallow is a take the water.
Close that mother up anytime you want to. You threw out of there.
Like a piece of a ball of sandwich go down that windpipe. That little bit of water that go down that mother.
I'm telling you, mess your whole day up.
Eyeballs be red.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. It says, "For man also knoweth not his time."
Man also knoweth not his time. That's what I'm saying, bro. The scriptures constantly let us know that we're not in control. Go ahead.
It says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare."
That's what I'm saying, bro. Caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got all these different fish that's going through the water and all that. They get caught on your hook. They wasn't worried about that shit hours ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, "So are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them."
That's what I'm saying. We in the valley of the shadow of death, man. Here in Babylon. All right?
What did Tupac say? Death around the corner?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When he said he saw death around the corner, he did.
He prophesied it.
He did. Shit, that nigga was 25 when he got smoked, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Back in Luke 12, verse 18, and he said, "This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all the fruits of my goods."
Right.
And when I read, I just had the thought when I read this, bro. You know, Esau, he want to go to Mars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He want to go way over here to do something now.
Telling everybody.
Yeah. But what the Most High
Check
say?
this out. every single movie that you ever watched with a hero and a villain dynamic, why do the villain always lose? Running his damn mouth. Right?
Good American people.
You ain't never heard a villain say Lord willing. Never.
Trump ain't saying Lord willing.
Never. You know what I'm saying? And then while you tell him, well, yeah, what's gonna happen is we're gonna do this, and this, and we're gonna frame you for it, and you gonna, and the whole time the hero just jiggling about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the Spirit of the Lord don't lose, bro.
Right. That's right.
We jiggling up out the cuss while Esau running his mouth right now, man. Go ahead.
Verse 19, Luke 12 and 19. And I will say to my soul, that has much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee.
How that work out for him? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Not a single Lord willing. Bro, we be on the, we send Lord willing in the text. Hey, Lord, I'm on my way to camp. Lord willing, I'll see y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even feel safe if I don't throw that behind.
Because we understand the fear of the Heavenly Father. You see? And even if we slip and don't say Lord willing, another brother gonna throw it in the chat. Hey, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? And then you go from there.
Even just throwing up a quick, just even throwing up a quick prayer, man. Like every time you go into the, every time you get into your car, you could be walking. Lord willing to make it to my destination. Man, most likely have a car.
And we can't forget to thank the Lord too, man. Because if you get in the car and pray for safe travels to work, when you get to work, say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because that's what I'm saying. Bro, it's human nature for us to say thank you to another person, even if you don't like that person. If they do something for you, hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Right.
But then when the Lord do something, it's just, oh, well, we can't be like that, man.
Right.
We can't be like that. Go ahead.
Finish it up. It says, I'll read verse 20 again. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided?
See, now if he had understanding, he would have threw that Lord willing out there and the Lord would have blessed him. You see? But that's the example for us, man. It don't matter how high or how low you are. You still got things to thank the Lord for.
That's right.
Right?
Verse 21. So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward the Most High.
That's what I'm saying, man. The Lord says store your treasures up in heaven to where can't nobody take it from you. Didn't his shit just get took? He laid up all those treasures for somebody else. Talking about what he was gonna do. I got so much, I'm gonna build a bigger barn so I can put more stuff in there. But he wasn't worried about what the Lord had going. Bring it up.
This is 1
Somebody else can
Timothy.
get it here.
1 Timothy 6:6. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain.
Godliness with contentment is great gain, man. You got to. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to recognize where your bread is buttered. What they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. The Lord is feeding us, man. We ain't trying to bite the Lord. No, we done already did all the damage that we was gonna do being niggas and spicks and engines. You know what I'm saying? Now we're to the point where we know our power. We know where the source is.
Right.
And we take heed to the source. You see? We feed off the source. We obey the source.
That's right.
That's right.
Read on.
Here's the point back in verse 7. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain
Which
we
is
can
true.
carry nothing out.
Which is true. What I'm saying, when you born, you ain't got nothing in your hands, you ain't got nothing in your pockets, you ain't got nothing under your hat. Right? Right? And when you die, it's the same way. Yeah, one of your partners can put $100 bill in your lapel, but are you gonna spend it? And don't think for 1 second that he won't come dig that bitch up. Because he remembers something that you did that he didn't like. I can't believe I put $100 in this
Like
nigga's
some vain Hamites carry each other with gold and shit. Yeah.
And you hear all these different tombs getting robbed, graves getting exhumed. Because you can't take it with you.
Give it to his family. Why you put it in the grave?
You know?
You in a grave with a pound of frankincense.
So they can go back and get it.
So now the men of the Lord, hey, they buried the Messiah. They put the oils on it and all of that. You went back with a sweet savor, but come on now, they didn't have dog, cats,
Right.
Cold.
You know what I'm saying? I saw. What was that? One dude got buried. In the PlayStation.
Yeah,
Got buried with a
the game.
PlayStation. Nigga,
Had a controller in his hand. Bro, and he had a blunt.
you know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. That's what I'm saying.
That nigga cousin, man.
You know? Was that it on that?
That nigga could use it. Dead nigga with a blunt. This place, Jake is bugged out. Go ahead.
Terrible. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 18. In everything give thanks. Going to your last point. For this is the will of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai concerning you.
Read it again.
Simple and plain.
Yeah, read it
1
again.
Thessalonians 5 and 18. In everything give thanks. That's everything.
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 I would say when you read the story of the holy children, when they thank the Lord, once the Lord delivered them, they thank the Lord for everything they could think of. You see? That's how we gotta be, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Anything that you rest your eyes on, that you find beautiful, man, where it come from?
Right.
And everything that happens to you, you tie it to prophecy.
Right.
Everything you see, you take joy in it. Even the bitter things that happen to you, of course, it ain't gonna feel good in the flesh, but you tie it to prophecy.
Right.
And you'll find joy. You'll find yourself more having joy more on what's happening to you. You know.
That's right.
It said,
Think about when after the apostles got beat, the first thing they did was rejoice that they was able to suffer for Yahweh Shai's sake, and they went straight to the highways and the byways.
you get 1 Thessalonians 5 and 18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh in Yahweh Shai concerning you.
That's what I'm saying, man. When you show the Lord appreciation, He wants to show you more reasons why to appreciate Him. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
In Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, it said He was going to overtake us with blessings, man.
That's right.
So many. And the Lord don't bless according to this world. Our blessings are more in depth than Mercedes Benz. Now, we do get blessed in carnal possessions, to help forward ourselves. But the blessing that we have is something this world can't touch.
Right.
And it's something, man, as the scriptures say, there's more revealed unto you than men know.
Right.
Like, we're blessed in a heavenly sense, man.
That's right.
And this blessing is going to lead to a legacy beyond this world. Having $1 million, $200 million, all of these cars, all of these women, that legacy ain't going to amount to nothing.
Could be taken away too.
It's going to be taken away. Right. Martial law gonna come. All of them women gonna be somebody else gonna take them. Your goods gonna be taken. You hear this? You stockpiling all of these beans. Martial law break out. You could be 200 miles away from them beans.
Exactly.
And we find it. Like, oh shit.
Richest prophet died.
And you somewhere locked away in a concentration camp, man.
That's right.
So you gotta set your and have your mind always in the heavens, man.
That's right.
I would say Yahweh Shai said, I'm going to prepare a place for you.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then what Paul backdoored him, it was like, man, eyes haven't seen nor heard what the Lord got in store for us, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Kobe Bryant said, I want to have a helicopter because I don't want to sit in traffic.
Right.
Nigga, the helicopter ain't safe. No. We want chariots. We want spiritual power.
Ain't gonna be no chariot crash.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
One of the scoffers a while back, they said, how do you believe in so-called UFOs if they be crashing? I'm like, you really believe that madness?
Prove it, buddy. That's when you walk up on
If you did find something that crashed, that ain't a so-called UFO.
Yeah.
He just want attention.
Yeah, he just want attention. He's like, I got evil.
Yeah, that's what he
I got evil. Broke down as substitute teacher.
Mr. Trooper.
Yeah, that one. A lot of the genes that's on this side, y'all not, half of them women, that gene pool ain't making it. There's a lot of black women gene pools that's gonna be eliminated. Negro too.
Right. All of the tribes.
Yeah, all the tribes. There's certain strands. Strands ain't making it.
You played your part for the story.
Yeah.
Bye. Come back in the kingdom and be born into the covenant through a righteous man.
That's right.
That's right, man. And that's the will of the Lord, man. That's right. That's the will of the Lord, man. To clean all of this up, man. The way He sees fit, man. He still, I would say, we still the clay.
Yeah.
we still the clay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is in total control, man.
Yeah, think about it when you clean your closet out. You know, spring cleaning, so to speak.
Right.
You take out them old clothes that you don't
Right.
wear, you throw it and put it in a garbage bag.
Right.
You feel good.
Right, them big Air Force Ones with
Yeah,
the yellow
yeah,
bottom.
That's Jake, man. That's a lot of our people is them Air Force Ones. And you feel good when you throw that out. You clean it out, you know? You be looking at your closet, you done got it color coordinated again.
I'm telling you.
That's old living.
The pants with the pants, the shorts with the shorts.
Them Air Force Ones can't say nothing. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 25. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tin.
That's it.
You know, we already know what that's going into. Most High gonna make a clean slate, man.
Exactly.
Like the elder said, man. A certain gene pools, Jake, man. You just look at it, man. Like the only thing that's gonna be good is just to start over, man.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. You know.
Yeah, loud, rambunctious women, loud talking women. Those women get cast out. They don't get an inheritance. And back in the ancient world, women that were like that, they were just they got booted.
That's where the
They didn't get married. Nobody was making no families with them. Once they died, they died.
That's when women turned to prostitution.
Yeah.
In ancient world, because they were castaways from their family. Their father was like, hell no.
Yeah.
And they had to do that to take care of themselves.
Hit the wall.
It became a
They
liability.
hit the wall, right. Wasn't no unsung back then.
That's right. And how do you get that dross up out of there when you do it with fire, man?
Yeah. Right.
You melt it out of there, man. That's how you separate the impurities out of metals, or you get the weak metals out. You do it with heat.
Right.
That means that my phone
This is Ezekiel chapter 22 and 18. Son of man, I be reading too.
Just about to go.
Brothers make you step your game up. Sometimes you don't be having precepts. That's because you don't be reading.
That's right.
Ezekiel 22 and 18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. They are all brass and tin and iron.
Just whack metals, man. They're not silver and gold. Jake walking around looking like a rusty nail. Scrap metal. Scrap metal. Dross. Go ahead, Al.
Junkyard.
Yeah.
Junkyard now. It's supposed to be precious stone.
Yeah.
Gold. Okay. And lead in the midst of the furnace.
Yeah, that white, that Edomite walking by, he had a piece of lead on his arm. And he's looking at us like we supposed to
She had the Air Force Ones that we would have thrown away. Not that carnal things matter, but we're using a similitude. These people are bugged out.
Stop blowing the horn.
But this is supposed to be a day of love.
Right.
Ain't no love in America, man.
Right.
Y'all gonna spend this half a day, and then y'all gonna argue when you get home.
Well, 3 days later, when it wears off,
Yeah.
you got to look at Patricia.
Yeah. You're gonna be watching Cat Williams, and Cat Williams gonna say something to make y'all start arguing.
That's a dross culture, man.
Yeah.
A dross, man. This is a very, very low level way of life, man.
Yep.
It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, and as they shall gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it,
That's what
to
you do.
melt it.
That's what you do to separate those metals and impurities. You heat it.
Right.
You heat it, man. And that's what the Heavenly Father's gonna do to the people on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
He's gonna judge the world by fire. Okay? So all the folly and the wickedness going on is gonna be separated. You got
And will leave you there and melt you.
And people have forgotten that nature of the Heavenly Father, the Alashadya part. All right? They forgot the El Shaddai, so to speak, and why they called him El Shaddai. He's a terror, all right, unto wickedness.
That's right. Real quick.
Go ahead.
Numbers 31 and 23. Everything that may abide the fire ye shall make it go through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall be purified with the water of separation, and all that abideth not the fire, you shall make go through the water.
And
so
that's
fire
exactly
and water
what you
are
do.
cleansing
What do you do after you heat the metal? Then you put it in, you cool it,
Right.
and it'll solidify, and it'll separate, man.
think about
and
this.
really, you'll spin it.
Right.
Then you'll cool it.
Right. Then you cool it.
All right.
Think about this. You had the flood, and then you got the fire coming. The flood was a cleansing agent.
Yeah.
Like these niggas are, drown them. So now it's going to be the fire.
Yeah.
The wickedness has increased beyond what was before. That's why it's going to have to be a more powerful cleansing agent.
That's what's up.
It's Ezekiel chapter 15. I'm going to start at the top. It's only 8 verses long. I'll just read them. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is the vine tree? What is the vine tree more than any tree, or than a branch which is among the trees of the forest? Shall wood be taken thereof to do any work? Or will men take a pen of it to hang any vessel thereon? Behold, it is cast into the fire for fuel. The fire devoured both the ends of it, and the midst of it is burnt. Is it meat for any work? Behold, when it was whole, it was meat for no work. Right, you got a little vine twig. You ain't finna worry about that thing, right? It says, how much less shall it be meat for you for any work, when the fire hath devoured it, and it is burned? Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, as the vine tree among the trees of the forest, which I have given to the fire for fuel, so will I give the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And I will set my face against them. They shall go out from one fire, and another fire shall devour them. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh when I set my face against them. And I will make the land desolate, because they have committed a trespass, saith the Lord Yahweh.
And everybody's angry at us because we're telling the world that the Most High is going to do that.
We're at that point. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Well, okay. All this is going on. We're telling you out of the scriptures that the prophecy says that the Most High is going to tear some stuff up, man, and set things right. Okay? It's like when you go through your closet. It's messy when you start tearing out them old clothes and separating everything. All right? That's what the Most High is going to do.
Right. Judith 16 and 17. Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, and putting fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall feel them and weep forever. So, like you said, people have forgot about Al-Shaddai. You know, that the power that flooded the earth, the power that, brought fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah. People have forgot about that God and have pretty much taken hold of the God of this world.
Yeah.
And get that in 2 Corinthians 4, who the God of this world have blinded the minds. You gonna say something?
Well, no. Actually, I think that's the scripture I was thinking of, where it talks about how he's going to look at the good and the bad of the works. It's in Corinthians. I couldn't find it. I was looking at it. It might be. I think it is that chapter. Somebody knows.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Right, the God of this world, you don't have no fear of the God of this world, man. The God of this world is, like a circus. God! It's a tacky little feeling, Like you look at how Jake acts and how the people react, because they really, the God of this world have blinded their minds.
Right.
Goofy. It's a very goofy vibration when you deal with Jesus Christ. The people who follow this Jesus Christ are absolutely low level. They're decrepit. Oh, you eating a salad? Oh, you always eat salad. You always eat healthy. What's wrong with you? I got the. It's like, no. So you really into stones? What is a rock? Why you got this at your desk? These are Christians.
Yeah. Right.
The God of this world have really blinded their minds from the true power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. He's a whole totally different ball game than what you've been taught and what you know.
Continuing on. Verse 4. In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Yeah, the Most High don't want them to get.
Right.
Their judgment is reserved. Just like there's a reserve to be saved, well, there's a group of people reserved for fire and destruction.
We warned you to flee from the destruction.
Yeah.
Can't get away, nigga. Can't get away.
You know?
This is Sirach 12.
That's why people be like, why would God allow a virus to kill so many people? You don't understand the nature of life and death, man. Because you're not the creator of it.
Right.
You know?
But those same people will be like Moses and Aaron and the Exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah, people was getting dying. People were getting plagued with, there was diseases on the cattle. And,
Yeah.
If I may just add just a quick point, when you go into during the time of Hezekiah, when there was a series, when the angel smoked the Assyrians, all those the Syrian soldiers, when you go into it, they said when he woke up in the morning time, what killed those soldiers was actually a disease. It was a pestilence that killed them, right? So Most High, man, far out, man. Do that.
Oh, yeah.
This is Sirach 12 and 6. It says, for the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
He keeping them. You know? That means you reserve. All right? So you be living your old, normal, regular, average-ass life. And then the Most High be like, oh, it's your day. That's right. Off with his head, or however he take you out, man. You know? We have to consider these things.
This is Romans chapter 2. We'll start at verse 4, verse 5. But after thy hardness and impotent heart, treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of the Most High, who will render to every man according to his deeds, to them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory, and honor and immortality, eternal life.
By patient continuous, by habitually just being focused on the goal of the kingdom of heaven, man.
right.
Patient continuous. All right, that's the overcoming until the end. The reward is what? Immortality. What was that?
I'll read them again. It says, to them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honor.
And what's glory? Glory is that power, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Glory of the mind, glory of the body, which is actually imbued strength. All the Dragon Ball Z shows y'all be watching. All right. All right, and then glory of the spirit, man, meaning being in complete righteousness and in alignment and in agreement with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
All right? Completely in tune. Mind, body, and spirit. Go ahead, Jim.
And honor and immortality.
Immortality, man. Perpetual life. Meaning
Man.
just a rejuvenated state of being, man.
Right.
All right, the earth is showing you that immortality is supposed to be normal.
Right.
You're watching immortality as you see the progressions of the earth and how the celestial bodies move, man. We are supposed to be in alignment with that.
Well, think about it. Cells renew themselves every day. So why do you die? Because there has to be a power that puts a cap on your DNA.
Right.
That's it.
That's right. Death has been sown into your flesh, man, because of disobedience.
That's right.
You see, the moon is in obedience.
Right.
The sun is obedient. That's why they good. You know what I'm saying?
Ants.
They obedient. So we are in a state of disobedience, man. So we're out of alignment with the Heavenly Father. So we've lost that heavenly nature, man, that we're supposed to be bringing to this place.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says,
It's a heavy thing. It's a heavy thing to think about. Go ahead.
verse 8. But unto them that are contentious.
There it is, disobedient. There it is. Unto them that are contentious.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And do not obey the truth,
Do not obey.
but obey unrighteousness, indignation, and wrath, tribulation, and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil.
Bro, everybody here is so diligent about this day today.
Man.
They have prepared for Valentine's Day.
Yep.
You know, calling their friends. All right, go tell her this.
Right.
Do this. Why aren't you that diligent for the Heavenly Father,
Like
man?
setting up the surprise.
Setting it up. You know, I just want to surprise you, baby. You know I love you. You gonna cheat on her tomorrow. Look, bro. Listen. Why are you not so diligent to be with Yahweh Shem Yahushua? What about that love?
Right.
Where's the preparation for that? You know?
Sirach 19:19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. They that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of immortality.
The fruit of immortality, man. Eating of the tree of life, man. That rejuvenated state of being, man. Right? We supposed to be like the seasons. Just going.
Right.
The sun and the moon. Yeah, read it.
Right, that saying that you saying been around for thousands of years.
That's what they
so we'll just have to see. No, it's good. I understand what you're saying.
We're in the last days of the last days, man.
Oh yeah,
We have been.
They go, and people been saying that for thousands of years.
That jacket is in his last days. Go ahead.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Go ahead, read it.
Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
That's what people are saying. Where's the promise of his coming? Go ahead.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Man, y'all been saying it's the last days. Go ahead. That's why it's going to be a thief in the night, man. Yep. The Most High want to catch you when you least expect it.
Right.
See, our mindset about time and the Heavenly Father's mindset about time, it ain't been that long.
Right.
Your little short time being here. You don't know, bro. If you knew, you would have been teaching. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 5. Go ahead. For this they
ain't no religion.
This ain't no religion, man. Go ahead.
For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
Go ahead.
Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed.
Bro, if you would have known something, you'd been teaching, man. If you would have known something, you would have a class. If you would have known something, you would have some followers, man.
Well, go create the sun.
Yeah, man.
Go create a sun. Go around the corner and create the sun and warm us up. God. Go do it. Go do it. No, you go get a light bulb and fucking We are God, though. We are. We are God. That's right. We are God.
And our religions teach that. The master of self from Buddha them and every religion.
Bro, you don't know nothing about Buddha, bro.
What's Buddha's real name?
Buddha, man.
What's Buddha's
you
real
can teach me because I haven't been on my list. So
why you trying to teach me? I'm trying to tell you, you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. You haven't heard me.
I have heard enough. I've heard enough. Anybody? That's why you coming up here telling when you was open-minded. I've been open-minded, man. You act like we haven't heard this, bro. We've been out here, man.
Yeah.
We've been out here. You ain't the first person to come up and talk and tell us that. You God, we God. You ain't the first one to do that, bro.
If you stop it right here, your mind.
All right, man. I just told you talking about Buddha, but you don't know no Buddha teaching.
What's next, Dakota? What's going to happen to America? What's going to happen to America?
What's going to happen to America?
Yeah. Is this it for us or what? What's next?
If this is it, meaning what?
What's next for, so-called black people? What's next?
You got the answer to that?
Oh, come on, bro.
No, seriously, what's next? What's your answer? What's the solution to the problems that are going on amongst our people? What do we need to do?
That's a good thing that we have to, our religions, no matter
what do we have to do?
Just the brown color of your skin, we just have to come together and unite.
How?
No matter
That's the answer. That's your answer.
No
so white, black, all of the...
No.
What are you saying?
I didn't say that.
What are you saying?
I said all melanated people.
Right. Well, Africans
I
are
ain't got nothing against the other. Africans that's in America.
Okay, we need to come together.
Yeah,
and do what?
That's the only
when we come together, what are we gonna do?
When we come together, we gotta come up with what you talking about, a solution. That's what I think.
Okay.
I don't know, but if you like just like
okay, within that, can a homosexual exist? Within that, the grand scheme of are homosexuals gonna be able to be? Oh well, you.
I don't believe in them.
Okay.
So
what standard?
I know what everybody like to listen to, but if you come out with a helmet saying a lot of people won't listen. So I know it's a way to talk.
What hammer?
Huh?
What hammer?
Like saying I don't like. Even though you're supposed to, I feel like you're supposed to. But my dad told me he'd kill me if I ever forget before he died.
I mean, the Most High don't like homosexuals.
Huh?
The God of the Bible don't like homosexuals.
I know. I grew up with the Bible, so I know that. You know what I'm saying? So I know that.
Yeah, there's got to be a certain.
There's
got to be a standard. There's got to be a standard that we unify under. You know, because there has to be a standard that we come up underneath if we're going to unify, man. It's just like any type of organization or team. There has to be a mission statement. Right. What's the banner? What's the standard?
Right.
Who are you? What's this?
Right.
Jake wanted to just talk, man.
They just want to talk.
You know?
And they've talked enough.
It's enough for all that.
Yeah. That vibration has to be cut off because niggas gonna do that. Niggas will do that for eternity.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's that dross.
Right, that's that dross. There you go.
That dead mind state of just do-do-do-do.
That jacket. That jacket set it off.
Then you ask him a question, you want to come tell me what to think, and then I ask you a question. I don't know, you tell me. If you don't shut your ass up, man. That's why I was just like, why? Don't tell me about Buddha teaching. You don't know nothing about no Buddha, man.
Right. Buddha and them been teaching that.
You don't know what Buddha been teaching, man.
Buddha and them. Nigga with all them arms.
Yeah.
But Buddha was an actual man, you know? Yeah.
And they don't even know, bro. Jake don't know the difference between Buddha and Hinduism.
Right.
You don't know. You ain't read that. Stop. Okay? And you don't know what's in the Bible.
Right. Because there are many different, there's 18 different nations. And amongst them nations, they have their history, they have their gods. And a lot of them drew things from the sons of God, from the foundation of the earth.
There's certain universal principles.
Right.
Just because another religion says something that's universally practical, don't mean that it originates from that, man. So, religions have figured out over time, clean the water.
Right.
Don't do that.
The Epic of Gilgamesh, they talk about the flood. Yeah. Okay, but are they telling you that it was Noah? Because if there was a flood, which a lot of people believe in that, even in Egyptology,
it affected everybody.
How are we here now? How are we here now? If there was a universal flood, how are we able to stand here now?
Yeah.
What book gives that answer?
Yeah. But just think about it practically. If everybody was flooded, hell yeah, the other religions gonna talk about a flood because they got drowned in that hole too.
They talk about it. Yes.
Of course it's gonna talk about a flood. They're gonna be like, man, it was a flood.
The Bible tells you that after the flood, that the Cushites were one of the biggest kingdoms on earth.
Yeah, they talked about
They're the ones who talked about it. Yeah, we know. The Bible, they talked about the flood.
Of course, wouldn't you?
They were one of the major empires after it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 1
I think
and 7.
sometimes people don't put that together, man. Like, the other nations gonna know about this stuff
history,
too, man.
bro. They people.
They were alive.
They were back then too. It was like hella people on the planet.
That's that Esau school, man.
Okay?
Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things hath knowledge of the voice.
But what's the answer for our people? And that was beautiful that the elder did that because it really displayed the difference between someone who's actually serious about our people being saved and coming about this place and someone who's just barbershop talking.
Right. Bullshit.
Okay? Walking around, just like we said, man. It's just a played out individual, and you can see right through him.
Yeah. I was like, when you asked him, you say, okay, so
we're going to gather up all the melanated people and then come together. Then what? He said, well, then we're going to do what you talking about.
Right. Sonetta gotta go, Light gotta go. Hey, that's some things what we're talking about is gonna really get to the solution through the spirit of power, y'all.
See, but it's opposite, bro.
Right.
Y'all ain't coming.
Yeah, you ain't coming.
You're not coming. You're not gonna be there.
Right. That's right.
That's just true.
Right.
We fighting to be there. To be in a council room with Yahweh Shah, talking about how we gonna rearrange things, put things back in order.
Well, you got to think, the scriptures say, ye that follow me in a regeneration, ye shall judge the 12 tribes of Israel. So if we understand that once the kingdom is set up, we ain't going to have to judge amongst Israel. What is that talking about? Right. That's talking about, hey, man, judgment is going to be given into the hands of the 144,000 under Yahweh. We're going to purge out the rebels. That's right. There's going to be a lot of Jake that just ain't going to make it. We may have mercy on some people at that time. Right. Because everybody ain't going to die. Right. After when Yahweh Shah returns, you know, he's going to beam up the elect. There's going to still be people around the earth.
I'll say just like everybody didn't die during the flood.
Right. So there's going to be judgment that's going to have to take place amongst our people, man. And all of them ain't going to make it, bro. You got to go. In order for us to restart freshly, this is nigga, you come here. Yeah.
That whack ass gene pool.
Right.
Get it up out of
They gonna have to go.
Buddha ain't being there.
But that's why the Lord first is gonna take care of the nigga in America.
Yeah.
The nigga in America. But some of them gonna get on airplanes and probably fly somewhere and try to get away.
And make some.
Well, you ain't gonna get it. Right. Yeah.
Ain't no getting away. The Most High's gonna use.
Right. Whatever happens,
people he
crash.
wants. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be hella plane crashes.
It's just like the scripture says. It's like he put his hand in the wall and the snake bit him.
Because think, when people are going to be trying to escape, like, the Lord's going to shut off that network and people is going to be like...
Bro, look at China. Bro, look at China, bro. They shut down China in 3 seconds, bro.
Look how fast the missiles travel.
Yeah, you
got missiles that can go from one end of the earth to the other in a half hour. Bro, you ain't got time to pick up no plane ticket. No. You gonna get burnt up in the middle of whatever you doing.
That's right.
Over there in the car.
There's a gene pool that just ain't gonna make it, and we are okay with that. That's right.
Yeah. Look how quickly that impressed me when you look at the infrastructure of China. China is big. It's millions. There's a billion people there, bro.
A whole lot of people.
And they shutting down whole cities with 11 million people in it. You don't think they can do that over here? You best believe it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 20. Declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me?
Fear ye not me?
Saith Yahweh, will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. But this people has a revolting and rebellious heart.
And that's the majority of our people. The majority of our people want to just do what they want to do.
Right.
And they come up with their own doctrines that they saw on a Facebook meme, and they think they deep.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of memes.
I said, that's how you answer their question when they say, why God do this, why God do that? Hit them with a precept. Read that again, Bob Bishop. God, it says, but this people has a revolting and rebellious heart. That's why, man. That's why. You got a revolting and rebellious heart. Can't nobody tell you nothing. That's why the Lord be smoking people, man. Yeah. I will say it's about obedience, man. If you think that if you're still under the impression that you can do what you want to do at this point, then that's what you're going to receive.
Yeah, man. Ask Antonio Brown how to help him.
Yeah.
Most High's going to get rid of all them spirits, man. The rebellious, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga talk about he owe the NFL an apology, nigga. You know the owe the Lord an apology.
Yeah. I mean, but you got Jake running around here that treat the Lord like that, man.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like I said on the sit down, man. Hey, we ain't dealing with people that got a complaint without a plan.
Man.
You just got a complaint, you ain't got a plan, I ain't hearing it. All right? We telling you the complaint, but we telling you the plan.
Right.
You know? This is what the Most High's decreed is set down and laid down. And you know what a plan does? It brings you comfort.
Yep.
It gives you it gives you light at the end of the tunnel. It shows you a vision. That's the unity. How you gonna be unified without a plan?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, everybody.
You ever play pick up flag football or pick up basketball? You plan to go 3-on-3 tournament? You think you just gonna go hoop? The team that win, they have a plan. They've practiced. They've come together. They got plays. Like, yeah, they good.
Nigga said screen.
Good.
Remember you said screen?
You said screen, they work.
Good.
I ain't gotta be too much. Bro, I said, you play with me, we gonna have a plan.
For real? Yeah, you actually set the screens in street ball.
You know, it's an easy layup. Because these guys just running around.
Well, you remember the dude, Kwame Brown, he said, my job wasn't to score, my job was to get Kobe open.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people who set screens, that's a need.
That's huge.
Right. Huge. The point is a plan. A plan casts a vision. A vision gives you purpose. Purpose gives you energy. A lot of people don't have no energy because they just lackluster walking around. Okay?
Right, because if we were to come together and get control of the earth, all right, y'all black here, God just give me here. What will we do? Sonet is still here. Like, how are we gonna unify? We all come together and we still gotta argue. Or no, you ain't supposed to eat pork. Niggas go, yes you can. I can eat an alligator. Who the fuck is you? So we need divine intervention, man, and that's what the Lord is gonna give us, man.
That's right. That first special alcohol gone party over.
It's gonna be over. What we gonna do? Argue over $200?
I'm telling you.
It's gonna be all scams still gonna be going on. Because we need the order. We need Jerusalem. We need Jerusalem. We need to be sovereign. We need to be the laws to be written in us, and we gonna be good.
That's right.
Because once we get rid of this flesh, then we good.
Yep. That's what's promised. Yeah. We're supposed to get rid of this flesh.
Right. Arguing with polite in a kingdom. No.
Right now, we only focus on those who have ears and eyes to see. Ears to hear, eyes to see. Those that we are here to confess. We are here to teach. And those who are going to be drawn in the spirit are going to be drawn in the spirit. Right. All the rest of the people trying to buck and all that, hey.
All right, man.
Yeah, nuck if you buck.
You buck, man.
All right.
Bye.
This is Sirach 13. I will start verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
What like are you drawing? What do you draw into yourself, man? What are you into? Okay? Go ahead.
Kind. It says, what fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So you don't come into tight fellowship with people who are not looking for a plan or a purpose that is in alignment with the scriptures. Okay? That is in alignment with immortality. That's how you really gauge a person, man. They ask you a question, you ask them a question back.
Yeah, there's always been an end.
Okay, well then, what's gonna happen? What is your purpose to your end? I don't know. You tell me. Well, shut your ass up, man.
I was saying, but a minute ago I couldn't tell you nothing. Now you demand that I tell you something. Nah, man, it don't work like that, man. Get in order, bro. Or not.
That's why I said if you knew, you would have been teaching.
Yeah. You see all these corners out here, bro? Pick one.
Hey, Yahweh did that a lot, man. You know, when the scribes and Pharisees are asking him a question, he would respond back with a question like, you know, hey, it's not lawful to heal on the Sabbath. They're like, well, what would you do if your lamb was in a ditch on the Sabbath?
He silenced them.
They'll be quiet and they'll sit back like, dang, you know. They get mad. They're like, man, we gotta kill them.
But what if he had 12 brothers? Which one get the ever in the end?
He said, John the Baptist's baptism, was it from heaven or was it from men? They were like,
And then he said, since you wouldn't answer my question, I ain't answering your question.
Right. He said, how is David's Lord Solomon? You know, how does he call him Lord? You know, explain. And they were just like,
He was talking about Beelzebub. He was like, man, okay, so if I'm Beelzebub and I'm teaching the demons, how am I gonna cast out some more demons? One of these invited?
Right.
They over there like, right. That works though, man. You ask them a question.
Right.
The apostles and elders teach us that.
That works. That's a jab. Asking the meaning of words. Those are jabs. In a fight, you got that. If somebody can't get around the simple 1-2, right? You like, oh shit, I got no way.
I said, how many times you done been playing somebody in a fighting game? They keep hitting the same button, tagging you behind. You haven't stopped it,
bro. A jab will take you to the championship rounds, bro. Simple jab.
Wiggy right in Trinidad, man. He jabbed him to death, man.
Simple jab. The jabs them work. Them asking Jake them questions, they be through.
They show you
they disarmed.
Yeah. They show you what they know, man. And then it comes down to you don't know.
Right.
So either you gonna submit to a person that does know, or you gonna move around. Right. And 9 times out of 10, the person's gonna move around.
That's what he did. Get together with that nigga and watch Martin.
Yeah.
What does he offer to the earth? Nothing.
Not a baby.
Verse 15, or verse 18, Sirach 13 and 18. What agreement is there between a hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Light and darkness can't dwell in the same room. One of them gotta go.
Right.
One of them gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And the way the Lord be explaining stuff and breaking it down, it's like, yeah. It's like Cap just said. When he would ask the Pharisees questions, they were like, your best bet is to just be quiet. You know?
Even in science, man, old crops have to be burned up, like the brother said on the comic board, in order for the new. So this crop of niggas, man, and it gotta go. Right. This legacy that has been left behind in America, Harriet Tubman, Black History Month, Black excellence, and being a Mexican, being a Puerto Rican, and sorrow and confusion, that way is absolutely dross and stale. I don't like. I hate it. I hate that shit, man. This legacy that we're talking about. This is now you're on to something. Order, man. Order amongst your family. Order your love amongst your brother. Respect for the Most High's creation. You know that's what's gonna get the earth somewhere, man. Not being a nigga. Right. Yeah. Menace to Society Part 2. What would that do for the earth, bro? New Jack City Park. They were talking about that. With Ice-T, I turned it down. Because, you know, that shit is a played out cycle that's coming to America too. Is coming out.
Yeah, everybody watch this.
Bad Boys 3. This whole way of life is absolutely, this is the end thing, man. And you can see that when you talk to Jenny, you can see that this is the end thing, man.
Right.
That whole way is ugh.
Yeah. This is the plan.
This is
This is the plan. This is the vision.
Got the truth in the spirit.
Okay?
So with that, we'll give all praise to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, I tell you.